welcome to the Old World Fanatics, your Warhammer fantasy podcast to quench that hobby thirst for all things the old world. I'm one of your hosts, Gomo, as usual, and I'm back here by Josh and Andrew. How's it going tonight / this afternoon? I got corrected. There you go. Josh is back in his usual spot there.
I am. I'm back in home.
You fought some rainy weather, but you got some. Did you get some kayaking in, or you just took this boat all the way up and back?
One thing of oh yeah, almost took this stupid massive kayak on a 2,500 kilometer round trip to nowhere.
Big sail.
Well, I couldn't get one use out of it.
Yeah,
one big sail. So annoying.
It's like what you want to do when you're driving that far. Slow your car down. Yeah.
Like as soon as we left Castle of Salt, it was so sunny and beautiful the whole time we were there. And then as soon as we leave and we go off, like parting off to do other stuff, it suddenly just bug us down with the rain. New South Wales.
Yeah, it's been depressing, man. I reckon this winter has just shitted me to tears. Like I'm just like physically has affected my mood almost over the last couple of weeks. The amount of rain, and usually I go for these runs and walks, and then to get through this bush, it's just muddy and it just shits you off, and then you have to drive, and then your car's messy. It's just like, and then this week it's come out good by the look of it. So we finally got some sun.
Stay good.
Yeah.
Stay good. Yeah.
Anyway, cool. I hope everyone listening out there is having a good night. Who have we got on the chat live stream as usual? Episode 107. Mark's in the house. Usual.
Yes. And he's implying I haven't actually played in E-Tail, which is very, very unfair.
I haven't in the title, but I mean, I think Josh, are you ranked third in Masters at the moment or something?
I don't know.
Yeah, right up there.
Right up there.
Entropy's here as well.
2 events, which is hilarious.
Cool. Thanks everyone who's just joining in. If it's your first live stream, please like, subscribe. I always hear people say like the stream, and then they tell people how many subscribers or viewers have liked it. I'm sitting here going, StreamYard doesn't tell me that, so I can't actually. So I'm assuming though, if you are listening to this, please like it. It helps the live stream at the time get out there. So good. We have. What do we got on today? We're actually finally catching up with Josh's games because he was on the road. It was a bit hard to do that many.
Yeah.
Mark Maybe says, what ranks this? Bring that back up.
Well, sorry.
Second after 14 people retired, missing in the last point. Okay, this is the continual. Apparently Josh is a serial killer.
Anyway, I've gone from a sexual
Right.
predator to a serial killer. I just can't
Might have to change our
Nothing in between.
might have to get some fun. You did one, Andrew, about some fun avatars up on our thumbnails of like us as Hannibal and what's that freaky guy? Dharma? Whatever his name is.
Oh, Dharma. Yeah.
That'd be funny. Get a few of them. Make us look like them. Sorry if you can hear a blender in the background. My daughter's decided to make a smoothie.
Ooh.
That's not coming out. So, anyway, I got interrupted on there. I don't even know where I was. So Josh is going to catch us up on his games, but we also got the Squarebase. I don't know how they do this, but got the leak of the Jade.
They always get the leak.
Yeah,
They didn't have leaks. They have nothing. They have nothing. I say.
So we're going to go through the cool YouTube potato pics of that and just what we think. It's pretty short, so it shouldn't be too long. We'll kick off with that. Get our thoughts on that, the new Cathay stuff that's added to that, and then obviously kick into Castle Salt again. That'll be the last, I guess, we talk about CA for a while. And then find out what happened with Andrew's fifth game, I guess, at some point at the end of all that.
4 or 5 episodes consecutively entirely focused on Castle Assault. So I'm pretty sure everyone will be like, oh, thank God. We are finally moving on to some other topic.
That's this week. Get over it, guys. Get over it.
Yeah. But and our patrons, awesome patrons. I'll just give you a quick thank you, guys. They joined us over on patreon.com/oldworldfanatics. A lot of them in the chat are patrons and help keep the lights on. They'll get their shout outs at some point around the hour mark. I'll say half time, but it might not be half because I don't know. I don't know how long we'll chat Cathay versus getting into the games. So we'll play it by ear. And we have a bunch of Patreon questions, which they get to send us every week as well. The show.
We've got a bunch.
A little bit of
Yes.
hobby. I've got a little bit of a hobby, a little bit of question marks, a little bit of leakage. I'll get into that later.
Ooh.
It looks like leakage. It's not. And hopefully I could get some help from my fellow hobbyist Josh, particularly, and our audience, because I was about to Google some issues and I went, I'm a podcast host. People can tell me what I'm doing wrong.
Who needs AI when you got a podcast audience?
Yeah, that's right. So with that, you think I would have prepped?
Help got
I
me
should bring up,
segment.
bring up this really bad screenshots of the Arcane Journal. So pre-orders went up too, and I'm assuming you guys got in there and bought your dragon and your next Arcane Journal. No. Crickets.
Oh, that reminds me. I've got to buy the Wood Elf one.
Love it.
I
did.
I've got a nice little voucher. It's waiting at home. And
Right. Okay. Hey, did you guys get just on the castle assault? Maybe I could wait till next week just to bring it up. Just fun. No. Did you guys get the goodie bag?
Yeah, the little
it was in the little dude.
yeah, it's awesome.
Where was that? What was that?
No, it's just walking
Did you
around.
not get
Candles
one?
walking around.
No, I didn't
He
get one.
just handed them out.
Yeah,
Oh, I
they're
didn't get
awesome.
one. I'm not special enough. That's okay.
Uh,
Oh well,
Oh.
that's all cool.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I bought the because I can't help myself. But I do have Cathay, so I should buy it. So I bought the dragon and I bought the book, so that's coming at some point.
nice.
So obviously I will need to get my arse in gear and start painting some of it, but is what it is. But anyway, so I was a little bit excited to see what this was going to come, because we've been teased that it's something to do with Empire as well, and I'm like, oh, this is cool because I have Empire and maybe I can use that as a bit of an excuse to get some of it going up quicker. But anyway, here we are. Should we just run through it and then throw our thoughts out?
Yeah, go for it.
Yep.
In terms of the Army of Infamy, though, like by the look of it, the only thing they shared was this and the magic items and stuff. So there's not a lot here, and there's no new unit. We knew there was going to be no new units because they said that.
Yeah, they did.
So I'm still pretty interested to see what the rest of the book's like in terms of the narrative gaming part of it and the multiplayer stuff, which unfortunately, I think Val said on there that, it's not Triumph and Treachery, people, so it's not that fun. So I don't know what, what.
Can I ask a question before you
Yeah.
get into the army composition? Do
Yeah.
you think this was like a strategic move, and we might see more of this, where it was like you've got an army and then a book comes out with two armies and then you're like, oh, well, now I need to go buy Cathay because I've got Empire. Like,
You
you
mean
think
that part of it?
yeah.
I
Or do you
mean,
think this is just
they'll do
just
something. The fact that they've got this whole mercenary section, which
Yeah.
only recently, I would say it's the Doom Seekers that started people actually going, oh, I might use some mercenaries.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I'm trying to think, has anyone used a lot of mercenaries? I don't think so. Like, it's not massively used. But once they started doing
I've
this,
seen
where
some
it was
ogre
like,
bulls on the table at one point.
yeah. That's true.
That's it.
But it's this misbehaving mercenaries. So anytime you get a negative to that, it's basically just like an allied thing, really, isn't it? So I think yes.
Yeah, those bulls didn't turn up till turn 5 because you rolled the one on misspreading.
Yeah. So annoying. That was my first experience with 2 Doom Seekers, both rolled 1s, and both rolled 1s again or something. It's ridiculous.
But as we'll see in the book, like,
Yeah. No, but I think you're right. I think I like it because I think it's cool to have a bit of flavor, a bit of mix. But I mean, it's also the tournament side in my brain goes, oh god, it's almost like they've shoehorned allies in, and for some reason, which is cool. I like this. It's the tournament scene hasn't realized to ban them because they've just banned our allies, and now it's like, oh shit. And the mercenaries like this, they're starting to become a little bit more substantial. Is that the word?
Yeah.
And then you're like, what does this mean? So I don't know. We don't know where it's going to go, but yeah.
I don't mind mercenaries if there's like a cool backstory to it.
Yeah.
Something like that. Or like, I just hope it's not just going to be like but it will, I suppose. I mean, at the end of the day, you will just get those pure power sort of with allies. Sorry, if you're going to bring allies, like I don't mind allies buff, but like allies, if you just bring in allies to,
the buff. Yeah. Well, I mean, this is probably one of the first lists, given, and I think it's, we'll get into it, but I think it's one of the first that might see a bit of, I don't know. It's not, I wouldn't say gaminess. It's just, you also are lacking normal missile troops and stuff. And now you got access to them. So it's like, I wonder, how it's going to play out. Anyway, let's, I don't know if you guys keep an eye on the chat because they might actually be telling us something useful. But someone's already said, why take Outriders over balloons? But okay, we'll get to this, but maybe not. Up to 50% of your army's points. So basically the only differences here, I believe, because I just had it behind me, but it's too hard to get it, is it's like Miao Ying, obviously. If you're going to take Miao Ying, you don't get. So down the track, it looked like there was potentially going to be other Cathayan dragons, but you don't get that. This is definitely just Miao Ying, so that's not a big change at the moment because no one's really taking her because they don't have the model. I mean, some people have. But, core, at least 25% of your armies, same thing. Jade Warriors, 0-1 units of Jade Lancers per 1,000. I believe that's all the same.
So the same as the original one, right?
I mean, yeah, I can check, but I'm pretty sure. Jade no. Special's the same too, except
so this is very similar. Okay.
Yeah, the only difference is it Shigengan. If you took a Shigengan Lord as your general, you got a Sentinel in special. If you took a strategist or gate, strategist, whatever it was, you could get a Sky Lantern in special. And then rare's exactly the same. So there's no real difference apart from the dragon and the fact that you're not getting a Sentinel Sky Lantern into special. I guess if you max out in the next thing we're about to talk about, it's probably not that big a deal because you can take up to 33% of your army points as Emperors of Man just from this little selection. And they're not misbehaving mercenaries. So they're straight up 33% of.
So just,
0-1 Captain of the Empire, Master Mage, Priest of Sigmar, or Priest of Ulrich per 1,000. So I guess on a 2,000, you can have 2 of them of whatever combination. Any number of state troops, state missile troops, free company, militia, and Empire archers, and then 0-1 unit of pistoliers or outriders per 1,000. So you're getting a lot.
Yeah,
you're not getting,
It's like you're going to see Grand Army anymore? Or this has so much in it.
Yeah.
You get so many more options and choices.
So I think
even if you don't really use it, even if you put in, I think someone said a unit of 5 archers, you can. It just gives you the option.
Yeah, and we'll get into. Let me just jump into the special ranks. I think this is where it might come in, which is interesting. Cathayan Black Powder. The first time any unit. Oh, sorry, what was that?
No, go for it.
Oh, yeah. The Cathayan Black Powder is the first time any unit in a Jade Fleet army that is armed with a handgun, pistol, brace of pistols, repeating handgun, or repeater pistol shoots, the range of that weapon's increased by 3. So any unit in a Jade Fleet, that's including mercenaries as well. I notice it's not crossbows and stuff. It's all guns like black powder, which is cool.
Yeah.
Mercenary handgun drill once per game. Each unit or detachment of state missile troops in a Jade Fleet can fire with 1 additional rank. And then, do you know when it says that? That can be, you can just choose that. Hey, so it could be, you could wait until it was like a detachment, like if someone's charging, you're doing the stand and shoot. So that's pretty cool. Unity of Harmony, any unit of, this is the interesting one, I thought, any unit of Jade Warriors or Jade Lancers within 3 inches of a friendly Merc unit may reroll to hits of 1 during the combat phase. Kind of interesting. And then War Balloons, because, they need a bit of a buff. 0-1 Sky Lanterns per 1,000 for 15 points can reroll the dice. Can be ambushes, and they also, once per game, can reroll the dice. When they're doing it, I guess, which is funny because they also give you the plus and minus.
Yeah, they also
so now
can they apply it to themselves?
Well, I guess. So you get you're trying to get a 3 up with a 1 reroll. Surely Troy Kent is going to be able to get his balloon on there if he gets his ambushes off with that. So the question is, do you want to risk that and have a balloon pop up in there? I mean, maybe do, Cool. Keep an eye on the chat because people are throwing stuff in there. But
and the chat's talking about the black powder stuff because there was Empire did that rule back in 6 ed, where it was like plus D6 inches, I think, for the first shot of the handgunners. You know, it's basically
yeah.
It's really
It
good.
makes them, it makes them viable, doesn't it? Because you see, you don't really see them. It's that range is just slightly less than a crossbow, and now you start going, well, 27 inches.
I still think he's saying
for a strength.
You go.
I was just going to say, just for a strength 4 AP1 armor vein 1 versus the crossbows. Well, the crossbows 30 inches, strength 4, no armor piercing, but armor vein 2.
Yeah.
Apart from that, I think they're pretty close, correct? Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like Entropy said,
Cameras
first round shooting. Because like if you're 24 inches apart, usually if you take first turn, you've either got to move and then you got -2 for ponderous, or you can still just sit there and shoot. So I think that makes it quite a good thing, because I've taken heaps of handguns on dwarves, and sometimes it's just a pain. You go first turn and you have lots of handguns. Yeah, you're 24 inches apart. All of a sudden, you either move.
That's why. Yeah, I think it's just that 3 inches. I think helps huge.
Yeah.
Now the question I did see somewhere was where was that about Outrider? Where was that? A little bit something about why take Outriders. You can take more balloons. But I mean, I think balloons are going to get comped. So
I think they are already, aren't they?
Yeah, well, probably. So I think if you're only taking 2 anyway, I think look at the composition without doing the maths in your head. If you're using 50%, like you don't, it's going to be hard to do anything here. It's almost like you'd want to not spend 50% of your characters. So you want to bring that down. You have to spend 25% of this crap, which at the moment, unfortunately, is pretty much a core tax. They're decent, but they're not over the top core. If you're loading up your rare with Skylands and stuff, you've spent like 75% at a minute. Like if you only went 25% characters in rare characters and core,
yeah, true.
You can't even max out your mercs. Not that I think you probably want to, but
wasn't there a buff for some of the infantry in the army rules?
Oh, so with Meow's Ying, if that's what you're talking about, you get that extra unit. One of each of the Jade Lancers and Jade Warriors can get that extra weapon skill and stuff. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. Oh.
Is that what you're talking about? Or...
No, I thought there was an actual special rule about Jade Warriors or something. Maybe it was Jade Lancers in the special rules for that army. Unless I'm completely
probably, like in terms of just their normal rules.
Yeah. You know how they got like the specific rules for that army?
Grand Army, they got...
Well, not the Grand Army, just for this Army of Infamy. You know how they got their special rules for
this one. Well, we just had a look. This is what they got. They got the +1. Oh, sorry, reroll hits of a 1 if you're within 3 inches of a friendly merc unit. That's about it.
Yeah. That could have been it.
Yeah. So with that, a mercenary unit is like, it's a different unit. Hey, you can't like get, I was just thinking, you can't just buy like the Empire Captain or Mage and put him in the Jade Warriors and now he's within 3 inches, so they're getting rerolled 1s, right? But you could put the Mage behind or just next to the unit, and then it would be counted as a unit. Like, how does that work?
Yeah, because the square base guys were asking about that because they're mercenaries.
Oh, were they?
Like, because I thought they couldn't. I thought a character couldn't.
Oh, I forgot all about that too.
They were saying
you're talking about. Actually, we should have brought that up. God, sorry, I forgot about that. You're talking about usually a merc character or unit can't join a normal unit.
Yeah,
but I think they were saying, and I don't know. Again, correct us in the chat because I didn't look this up. Is it allowed the other way? In that case, you could do this. But having said that, you only need to be within 3, so you don't even have to join them.
Yeah.
But I was thinking, reroll 1s to hit. I mean, it's pretty good. It's not the best, but if it's free, why not just put someone within 3? You know, especially if it's I mean, if it's a bloody just could be a detachment as well.
I think the Lance is pretty good. Going up against them. Like I threw my dragon in there, and they held their own for 3 combats or 4 combats or something. Like they're actually decent. But yeah, I know what you're saying. Like, yeah, the Jade Warriors aren't.
Oh, I
the
think they're
best.
fine. They're just that's just the typical. Unfortunately, they've only got 2 core, and that's it. So like, it's not that Jade Lancers are bad. It's just I think.
Yeah. There's just not a lot there. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. So you end up, and it's probably spending more than you normally would. Like you see these bigger units of them when usually you don't see units of 10 or 12. I don't know. What's the equivalent? What's the high elf one? The not Reavers.
Silver Helms.
Silver Helms. It's a little bit like seeing bigger units of Silver Helms running around. You don't really see that. So it feels like that at the moment, just because that's all I got. But yeah. No, it's interesting. So I think you will have to make some choices here because on one hand I looked at it and then went, man, you can make a friggin' gun line with this if you want to. But then you start, you forget that, 25% has to be these dudes. So then you can't fit all the rocket batteries in, and it'd be pretty hard. It'd be interesting to do a list, but it's just with some of their magic items, which we get into, you start going, Jesus, these guys could just sit back and be fucking annoying and shoot the shit out of you. I just don't know without writing the list how it all fits together because of these percentages. But yeah. Oh, Feudworks said Lancers are garbage. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So Angela's Dark said, I
disagree.
Fighting with the thing. You're right. Someone did point out that yes, Merc character can join a normal unit. It must be the other way around or something. Is that what they were saying on the pod? Something like that.
Yeah, normal character can't. Yeah, he also said normal character can't join a Merc unit apparently.
No, so it's interesting. I think. Just quickly, it's going to depend on all the magic items, but obviously the first thing I thought is yes, these guys get access to the Empire stuff as well, so that becomes quite interesting. There's Oaken Shield, Bound Spell. There's a crap ton of little, +1 to cast a Hex or whatever, +1 to cast. But there's all these little cool arcane items. Yeah, again, you can only get a Master Mage, but it is what it is. But the Priests of Sigmar and Priests of Ulrich prayers on some of these might be pretty interesting. And then on one hand, I was just scouring these going, come on, Magic Banner, but you can't get, I think State Missile Troops can get one, but not a big enough one. Imagine if you could get, the Griffin standard somehow into this, because fucking hell, you could make, if you had like Jade Warriors with a Griffin standard, plus there's another magic item, gives you +2 combat rates. Imagine what you could get in an infantry unit out of that. But I don't know. What do you feel like if you were playing this? What would you look at taking? Would you be throwing in the Outriders, sit back, and would you take the missile side? I can't see why you do militia and stuff.
I think you got to lean into that, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Just go full on sort of shooting avoidance, and I'm not sure how fun it'd be.
No, this is the fact that balloons are already doing that. And you start going, oh god, am I going to be that person even worse? Yeah. Like it.
There's plenty of shooty armies out there.
It's worth doing once just to see, not make any friends and go see what happened. But anyway, cool. Oh, that's it. Apart from Yao Ying, and I guess we'll see it turn up. From what I've seen and the people who are playing I think everyone, when they first saw her, went, wow, all these rules, she's OP, but I think she's quite hard to use because she's diametrically opposed to herself. It's like you want the dragon to go in and bash people, but then her magic is when she's human, then you waste 2 turns. If you're changing her from one to the other, you sort of, if you change to a human to dragon, you can't charge, you got to wait another turn. So it's hard to use her, I think, other than being a points sink, but avoidance type thing. But I don't know. Be interesting still to check it out. Yeah, cool. Let's run through some of these then quickly. Magic weapons. So we'll just do one for one, or you want to read it out? Is it too hard?
I'll bring up my my bigger version.
Okay. Other sort of reason, 65 points. So sort of reason: combat strength +2, -2 AP. So like a great weapon, killing blow, magic attacks, requires 2 hands, but not strikes last. So basically a killing blow, great weapon-y type thing. The Welder of the Sword of Reason strikes a killing blow if they roll a natural 5 or 6 when making a roll to wound rather than a usual 6.
Oh, yeah,
it's pretty good. I don't mind. I mean, 65 points might be, but
yeah.
I think you're seeing more. I don't know. I think if you see more, geez, even things like Dragon Ogres running around and stuff.
It's not
to
bad.
see this.
5 or 6.
And Demigriffs won't like it, and Cav. It's
like, would you take that over multiple wounds too? Killing blow on a 5 or 6? Like, is that?
I don't know. There's potential there.
It does seem potent in the right circumstance.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then he's got to be the right circumstance.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, look, not too bad. It's one of those ones where you go, ooh, actually interesting, maybe. And then, do you see not Matt's comment? Ghoulie must be frothing at this army. Yeah, yeah. Imagine if you could put war wagons in that as well. Fucking hell. Anyway, I'll go to the next page because it had the other one. The Brazen Blade. Anyone want to take that one?
Oh, Josh, do you want to go? We'll just go top to bottom.
Yeah. Wait. So what is it? So Brazen Blade. What? +1 strength, -1 AP, multiple attacks, multiple wounds through for 50 points. What's the hold on. I can't quite read the.
So enemy models are not permitted a ward or regen save against an attack if you roll a natural 6 to wound.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Killing Blow, but not Killing Blow. You just can't get a ward or regen.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, but you got to roll that 6. Yeah. What's the Giant Blade? What's the stats on the Giant Blade? Is it similar to that?
Sure. You make it look it up.
No, it doesn't matter, but it's pretty close, isn't it? I think.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Without
I don't know,
the
50 points
random
thing at the end. Yeah.
6 proxing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only thing with that one. The Wrath of Zen Yang. Jeez, say that.
Yeah. The Wrath of Zen Yang. Here we go. So 45 points. So it's coming in strength +1, AP 1, armor bane 1, flaming attacks, magical attacks. Enemy models cannot make regen saves against a wound caused by this weapon. So just straight up, no regen. No rolls to 6, just nothing.
Do you reckon that's ever I mean, it's probably not. I'm really drawing at straws here, people here. But is it, you put this on something like a wizard that can get the illusion spell and try to go up against Graveguard and stuff to try to wipe through the unit, but they'll still get regen on their fucking crumbles. But it's just I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I just don't think it usually doesn't give you enough.
Yeah, for 45 points is a lot for that.
Yeah, if it was cheaper and stuff, but then
unfortunately.
Sword of Nangal. Sorry, you're right.
I was going to say it's a classic magic weapon. Like they all seem to be massively overpriced, except for the occasional diamond in the rough that you find.
Yeah. The Sword of Nangal, 35 points. This one's a bit sad in a way. Combat. Strengths user -3 AP, but Hatred of Warriors of Chaos magic attacks. Yeah. It's one of the themed ones.
It's really themey.
I haven't said that. Warriors of Chaos, probably they are the highest represented faction in the game. So it's not, if you are playing Cathay, you are going to come across them. But with strength as user, not great. 35 points. I don't know. I'm trying to think what they have. If they had something that had lots of attacks, hero level type thing, I don't know, that it might be useful to put on. That's cheap, but everything's just humans. So I don't think it'll do it a lot.
Don't think you're going to see it.
Yeah. The Jade Armor of Becca. I don't know how to pronounce these things. It's you, Joshua. I'm going to read it. Is it just easier for me to read it?
Yeah. I can't quite.
I can see you squinting there. So yeah, I think we just lost Andrew. The Jade Armor of BK. I don't know. It's a suit of full. Oh, this is actually pretty cool. Becca. Suit of full plate armor, so 4-up save. In addition, the wearer of the Jade armor has a 5-up ward save against any wounds suffered and gains magic res -2. It's like a package of everything.
Nice.
Just have it all. 40 points. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I'm
no, I think
assuming if you
that's-
add up all the common stuff that give you that, you're well ahead.
it'll work out. Yeah, I think so.
I think it's 35 points for the Chaos Armor one, which gives you the top 2 bits, but not the Magic Res -2.
That's the Magic Res, which is still quite nice. Absolutely. Yeah, no, I think you'll see that. Just a nice, well-rounded armor. Yeah, gee.
Yeah, and it gives you a bit of
Andrew's
difference
gone.
too, because everyone's taken the it's common now. You can get the Chaos. Am I getting that wrong? Is it no? Am I getting? It's not. What have they got? Celestial armor. That's what they got. It's different. Getting confused with my Beastman book. Celestial forged armor. A lot of them have, which is the ward save. Yeah. So at least gives them another option there. Sigil of Smoke and Powder, 35 points. Any enemy model that targets this character or any unit they have joined during the shooting phase suffers additional -1 to hit. So, I mean, I could see that. I wish it was -1 to hit all the time, but not too bad.
Yeah, I think I guess that would support if you had a particularly expensive Death Star unit that you wanted to make quite difficult to pull apart. Maybe it may be an investment.
Pretty good save anyway, though, so it's a bit.
I'm not sure you would.
Yeah. The Vermilion Quill. This is interesting. I don't get what this. Yeah. So it's great heroes of. I'll read this part of Grand Cathay awarded tokens of favor in the form of Vermilion Warbird's tail feather tokens, which are said to bless the bearer with unrivaled fortune. 25 points. It's common. 0-1 per model, single use. The bearer of a Vermilion Quill, but not their mount, can reroll any failed rolls to hit and/or to wound made during the combat phase. So I like that. It's like a lucky charm thing. But a quill, isn't that like a writing? Like, how does that help you hit people? I don't know.
Yeah.
It just seems when I read it, I envisioned this little pen thing. And what are they going to do? Is it the strategist uses it to do something? Nah, it's to actually reroll your hits and wounds in combat. I'm like, really? Fluff wise.
Yeah, you think it'd be like
lucky feather.
Your communication to pull off an ambush or something like that. No.
25 points, 0-1 per model. You still might see it though for 25 points, depending on if it's slightly pricier. But I mean, what's the Paymaster's
25? Point? I think it's 25 points.
Okay. Well,
so you can't complain about that.
Okay. Yeah. So
because it's re-rolling all your misses and fail wound rolls, isn't it? Like for that, that whole round for that character. Yeah.
Now imagine. Interesting. Yeah.
That's good value in the right circumstance. I think you need to build into it a bit. But
just wondering,
it's certainly a lot more valuable than.
I'm starting to think more about illusion again with the Shigengan Lords. Like you come in with your 2d6 attacks, and then you're re-rolling them, and then you're doing the. And then the wounds too, because they're wizards as well. Fighter, they just need that oomph sometimes, a little bit more of an oomph. It's interesting. I have to think about that one. The Mantle of Heaven, it's 20 points. Models who, hang on, shit, did I just get that wrong? Is that armor? Sorry, I've done that. I got confused with the.
Oh, yeah.
Am I right? Yeah, that's because the
it
little line goes
armor.
across the top. Yeah. The Mantle of Heaven, 20 points. Models whose troop type is infantry or cav. Maybe more with armor. The wearer of the Mantle of Heaven improves their armor save by 2. Hang on. Sorry. Against non-magical shooting attacks. Okay. Cool. So it's funny, though. This is, again, these two then tie into this idea of just run around and be a shooty army and stay away. And if people shoot you, you're getting all these minuses to hit or extra armor. So it's unfortunately turning them into this shooting avoidance army. It's a bit sad. Magic Standards, Banner of the Dragon's Wrath, 45 points. The unit carrying the Banner of the Dragon's Wrath gains flaming attacks and impact hits 1 special rule. Oof. No. What do you guys think of that one?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. So the impact hit would be for each model?
Yeah. What's this? Mark saying covers off to Magical Christmas Land. Talking about my dreaming about illusion again. Doppelganger. Sorry, impact hits. What'd you say? Sorry, impact hits what?
It'll be so each model will get impact hit 1 in the unit, right?
Yeah. But I mean, what are you going to do that with? Like the cav? Is that right? I don't know.
Yeah. I don't.
Impact
I mean,
hits
40
doesn't stack.
points.
Hey, you can't put that on the chariot. It's sorry, it's a fucking banner. Yeah, 45 points. It's a bit there. And the problem is impact hits. They don't. It's always at the unmodified strength, and then it's been FAQ down a bit. So it's
true.
when you throw it just on a character like that, it's a bit there. Like the Jade Lancers would be the only one, but I mean, what are they? Would that still be
Do
strength
both
3?
models get that impact hits, or is it just the mount? How does that work?
I don't know. That's a good
That's
point.
a good question.
Because with that
really
original
good
FAQ,
question.
it might be. I don't know.
That doesn't mean there's double impact hits for Jade Lancers.
Yeah, it could be.
Depends how the
Strength
depends how
three
the impact
impact
rule,
Yeah.
impact rules written. Yeah, that'd be funny.
Yeah.
But it would make
Okay.
the Lancers hit even harder. I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe,
and I
maybe
guess
there's
what
a place for it with Cav.
Yeah, and you're talking about
Mm.
these days. You're just talking about a little bit of combat res either side, aren't you? Like you're not trying to wipe them right out. Sometimes you're just trying to win that round. So, and then they get their lances even on a give ground and stuff. So it actually might, again, it depends on the target because strength 3 impact. Is it strength 3? Double strength 3 impact hits. Yeah. Again, against the right target. Yeah, but I mean, maybe this is secretly a fucking undead killer. Not that flaming attacks is. If there's anything that is flammable in undead, I'm trying to think which ones are because I know the skeletons and stuff aren't. Graveguard, aren't
Yeah,
they?
it's more like the vampiric sort of stuff.
You could run into them.
Yeah.
Flaming
That's
attack
true
half. It's more of a like it's like that double-edged sword, isn't it? Like sometimes just a liability if you're going into Chaos Dwarves or it's quite a bit of
flaming ward stuff. Talked too long on that. The Jade Banner, 40 points. This is the one when calculating its combat res, a unit carrying the Grand Banner of Superiority may claim an additional bonus of +2 combat result. Well, just an extra 2. That's fine. I think you'll see that one.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you would see that at 50 points, wouldn't you? Like, it's interesting how they've priced it.
Yeah, I know because you can't use the other 10. Yeah.
And I would argue that a +2 is more useful than a +1. Like, there's a compounding effect of it too. So it's weird that it's actually got a discount on it. I feel like it should actually have a premium on that. But
these Jade Warriors, if you put like the Jade Warriors, you're not going to run into them. They're 3-up save. They're going to have a shit ton of combat res. They're going to just sit on stuff. They're toughness 3, but you want to shoot them off almost. But then you somehow put that -1 to hit on them and stuff. They're pretty tanky little units, and you got to buy the core somehow. So you might as well just load up on something like this with a big Death Star.
Yeah,
sit on one of these units. I mean, objectives.
And Mark just asked, how is the Jade Banner 40, whereas the Dragon's Wrath, the impact hit 45? Like, why is it that way around? It's just clearly so much better in every way.
Sometimes I wonder if even they thought flaming attacks were better than I don't know, that it does wipe out all regen or something. And they've forgotten that it doesn't. I don't know. Sorry, I had to scroll. I had to take another one because of the couple down the bottom here. The Shroud of Shiyama, 25 points. A unit carrying the Shroud gains the Fear special roll. If they already have the Fear, they gain Terror for 25 points. I don't think. So I'm just having a look at something. If I recall. Yeah, I don't think that's. I think that's useless. That's 25 points. But then in their normal book, they've got the Spirit Lantern, which is common for 25 points, which gives a model carrying a Spirit Lantern gains terror. In addition, a model carrying a Spirit Lantern may reroll any rolls to wound of a natural 1 against demon or undead. So you automatically get terror for 25, or you pay 25 and take a banner slot to get fear.
Oh. Right.
That's pretty shit. Yeah.
Does the lantern only give it to the carrier?
Yeah, it does. It's only the model, but I mean, if the model causes fear, that terror, don't you still have to take terror?
Yeah, the terror.
There's a few magic items like that where you just give your hero terror and then suddenly you're charging people off. So
yeah, it's
I don't know what the difference there is.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, yeah, well, you're right. There are saying about the whole unit is fear. Yeah, obviously the terror would still play an account, hey, but you wouldn't if you'd not tearing them and you're just looking at fear, then this is better. So I guess there is a difference, but great. The banner of oh god, do I have to flick it to? Oh, I've lost that one. What was the banner of Xinyan? 15 points. It's something. It's really good, people. I obviously didn't get a picture of it, so I don't know what it is.
No idea.
We could infer. Enemies often falter before this ashen banner. Oh, you know what this one is? I think this is one where they have to charge. Sorry, take a leadership test if they're going to charge you or something. Or correct me if I'm wrong, people.
Hopefully someone else will pipe in with what it is.
Yeah, it was something to do with that one. It was something to do with taking
because I haven't seen the video.
Test. Yeah. And then enchanted items. We lost Andrew again. Something's up with his internet today. The Ring of Jet. Potentially one of the best magic items in the game, I think. Potentially. 30 points.
Potentially,
common, 0-1 per model.
Common.
You get Unquiet Spirits, 3D, which is the 3d6, strength 2, no armor save, power level 2, bound spell. 30 points.
Holy jeez. And it's cast on what, an 8?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, something like that.
Power level 2?
I mean, I love getting it when I roll it up on Necromancy. I mean, it's just that no armor save. It's so cool. It's not Voltide, but it's close. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And in fact, the good thing about it is you can take on like Chaos Dwarves and stuff because your strength 2, shooting them against toughness 7. You can actually wound them, unlike Voltide.
Oh, yeah, so Voltide can't. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. So it's, yeah, this, I mean, it's insane. The amount of, with them and now the Empire, you could almost not take magic in this army, wizards. You could have
why bother when you
just Rust, Law of this one, Unquiet Spirits, Earth and Ramparts. I'm trying to think of the other one. Don't they have another bound one somewhere? I can't remember which one it was. I think they have another bound one. I might be getting it wrong.
Why would you buy? Just give everyone Ring of Jet. Why would you bother with the other ones? Just, I think I saw a list of
Plague of Rust as well for other stuff, just for shooting.
Yeah, but you're already ignoring armor with the Ring of Jet.
Yeah, but that's only you. But if you Plague of Rust people to go in for combat as well as your handgunners, you know, I mean, you're wiping out the armor of dwarves and killing them on 4s with Plague of Rust, shooting them with handguns.
I think I saw a list the other day. It had like 12 Ring of Jets or something.
Oh, did you? And then Earth and Rare Parts, put that on the Jade Warrior unit that's sitting there with its plus 57 combat res and a 5-up ward. And behind, as we'll get into, low lin or obstacle. So, I mean, insane. The Golden Line, Hammerhands, is that the other one they can do? Yeah, okay. So you almost don't even need to take a wizard, even though all your characters are wizards. Golden Line, or they're not if they're all on lanterns, I guess. That's cool. Golden Line, 25 points, the bearer of the Golden Line, and the unit may reroll any failed Fear, Panic, Terror, Rally, or Terror tests. Okay. But that's actually Rally. Fear, Panic, Terror, and Rally. Okay, but not break tests. Okay, cool.
Is that just veteran? No, it's not, because it's very specific. It's like a weirdly limited veteran.
Yeah.
Fear, Panic, Rally,
you wouldn't be doing the test. Yeah.
That's probably what veteran should have been.
Yeah.
Because veteran is just like any leadership check, which is far too broad. That's probably what it should be. Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder, it's like Primal Fury with is it the Bestigors who can be veteran? And you're like, hang on, Primal Fury means I'm going into a rage to kill people. How could a more professional veteran type person get me into that rage? I guess they just know how to rage, get you into a rage bait. But anyway, the Fires of Nangao are 20 points, 0-1 per model, but common again. Single use, it's a breath weapon. Strength 4, -2 AP with flame attacks, breath weapon, magic attacks. I don't know. There's something about that. I mean, I think templates, we talked about this a few weeks back. I think templates are going to see a new, with the more infantry, templates become. I was getting worried, getting shot at with some of those freaking Cathay ones with it deleted half my gore unit, pretty quick with those big templates. 20 points. It's not too bad to just sit next to someone and just blast them. especially with the Shigengans, you don't want them in combat sometimes anyway. So you just fly around, shoot your other stuff, and shoot this as well. It's pretty interesting. I don't know. There's an option. There's potential there.
You'll probably get value
-2
out of it.
AP.
20 points is pretty. Yeah, it's not too expensive for it. Yeah, -2 AP is string 4.
You just need to sit there and do the maths with the template. Hey, you need to work out the optimal, because you could easily work it out against the right base size. Where do I have to land with my dude to be a certain amount of weight that you have to take, 16 4-up tests or whatever, and then so yeah. And then arcane items, clockwork compass, 50 points, single use. The bearer may use this item instead of making a wizardry dispel attempt. If they do so, it's just dispelled. And in addition, all remains in play spells currently cast are dispelled. I love that. This is pretty good. 50 points is a lot, but I know the Tomb Kings had that one that was just wiped out dispel units, remains in plays, but it didn't do the dispel part. And I thought that would be a spell, an item that would start coming back. And now this one's here as well. Just what I've seen from Andrew throwing his fucking dispel magic, whatever it's called, down.
The drain magic.
Drain magic, yeah.
So annoying.
Don't worry about that, Luca.
Again.
So, hey, Andrew, you were off. What do you think of the best magic item in the game? Close to it? I don't know. Ring of Jet.
Yeah.
30 points. 3d6, strength 2, no armor.
Yeah, it's
pretty good, isn't it? It's pretty crazy they're getting. Yeah. Seal of Jing Pao, 25 points. Common again, 0-1. And by the way, all these are in, I don't think we've seen anything limited to this Army of Infamy, have we? It's all in the Grand Army too. 0-1 per model. If you wish, the bearer of the Seal of Yang, what it's called, may discard 2 of their randomly generated spells and instead select 2 signature spells from either the Law of Yang or the Law of Yin. So not too bad. There is a couple in each one. That's pretty good. So I think you could potentially see people doing that. What's the names? What's the Yao Ying already has that built in to do all of them. I think it is. So if you're taking her and you're not taking much else, you're probably not going to use this. But yeah. Is there any comments there that I should catch up on? I'll just keep going. Just butt in. Scrolls of Weijin, 10 points. The bearer of the scroll knows one more spell chosen in the usual way than is normal of their wizardry level. However, they can't cast. Yeah. So that's pretty common. You see that in a lot. Is it usually 10 points in all the other books?
15.
Oh, okay. Cathay just get it cheaper. Fair enough.
Yep.
As usual. Cool.
Yeah,
that's
which
it.
is nice. I mean, the thing is, once you have, if you get level 4 and you've got 5 spells, you're practically.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to worry about the law for me. You give your law for me to your level 2. Yeah. I think that's, heaps better. Now, again, depending on, I think if people start taking Miao Ying, they're going to struggle to take, they might have another level 2 or something, I guess, but they're not going to probably be taking doubles. They might. What is the rule with the comp stuff around level 4s? Am I getting it wrong somewhere where they were saying but it didn't count?
Oh.
It didn't count if it was a special character, or was that just that one? That was just that throwing Skulls comp. Was that?
Oh, okay.
Remember that?
Yeah, because in the normal book it's one level 4 and 2 3s, isn't it? In the match play thing or whatever. Match play guide, yeah. And I think
but
you're
how
right.
Does it work with special characters?
Yeah, I think they're exempt, I thought.
Oh, really? Wow. Okay. Yeah, I mean, overall, it's a little, I don't know. On one hand, it's a little worrying that Cathay's going pretty well. I will say they are dropping back a little bit. And I think once the balloons get nerfed, they're going to struggle a little bit because of the lack of variability, I think, that they can have. So depending on what this does with the Empire getting thrown in.
Yeah.
I'm not going to call totally OP now, but this is all available pretty much to the Grand Army too. And there's not really any difference between the two. It just depends if you want to use some of the Empire stuff, and you can probably fit it in unless you're really maxing into the Empire. You probably won't have too much trouble.
You're not really missing out much to take the Army of me, are you? Really?
No.
It's not much trade-off.
No, not at all, I don't think. Especially if the balloons are comped and you can't fill them up anyway. So therefore,
Yeah.
Yeah, probably use
Like the
this.
balloons.
Yeah.
I was just
Oh, it
wondering,
is.
like,
Mark just said, sorry, special characters are exempt. Okay, there you go. So you can
Yeah.
have a level 4 Shigengan Lord with Miao Ying. Okay. Yep.
yeah, I don't think there's quite the list for it, but if you can take 50% of characters, 25% of core, you just take another 25% of mercenaries in characters. Can you just have like a 75% in characters to a certain degree?
Well,
Like,
you wouldn't be able to, because you can only do
theoretically.
0 to 1 of these per 1,000. So you can only take 2 of these.
Yeah.
It'd be hard. I'd be hard pressed to probably spend 20. I don't know. I'd have to do the math. Yeah.
Just captain, can you get a little griffin on the captain?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can put it. You can have one of them. I was thinking about that, but then I thought you've already got the Shigengans running around. But again, this is turning into a very potent Wood Elf army. Very annoying to fucking play.
That's what I'm thinking. Just have, like, all these flying characters getting around, and could be quite dangerous.
4 feud works. Said 4 Shigengans and 2 Griffins. Yeah. So yeah, you could look at. I'll probably tell you by the time my first Cathay army is painted up, it'll probably be this, just purely because I can throw in, get some of these guys already done, a little bit of rebasing. And it just gets me there quicker, because once you do that and the lanterns and maybe Miao Ying or some of the Shigengans, you only have to paint a unit of Jade Warriors. Just shove it in. You still need to do the land. That's the problem. You need to get this filled up. But anyway, cool. We spent way more than I thought we would on that, but look, I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes, and I guess we'll see what the next book is. This one's, again, I keep saying it. I feel bad by saying it again, but it feels like I thought these were going to be the new flavor. I think the Cetra one's going to be the new book that we really see what they're doing, whereas this one's still a bit of a weird one because it's sort of just trying to flesh out Cathay a bit. You know what I mean? So I'm not sure you can even judge this one as what the Arcane Journals will be like going forward. I'm giving them excuses. I'm giving them a pass until we see what Cetra series is like. Well, do you know what I mean? Like in terms of just like throwing a little bit of thing with just a bunch of mercs or something like Andrew was asking at the beginning. I think this one's a bit of an exceptional one because they had extra stuff for Cathay. Probably didn't fit in the 48 pages, so they had to do another one, and they feel like they also need to flesh out the limited roster, so they whack the mercs in, but that might not happen with any other of the other armies.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, if you are getting these like little factions that they're rumoring, maybe they will be something like this where you're sort of getting bits and bobs of what we already got. You're not getting new models as such, and it's not a new faction per se.
Yeah.
I think you see
it's going to make version 2 insane because they're going to have to try and wrangle it all back. Like, how do you even do that when all these Arcane Journals are out there with different? I don't know. Not my problem. I guess I'll just play whatever they give me. But yeah, Mark just said it'll all be banned and nerfed by the time Gummo has it painted before Josh plays another. Yeah, that's true. But I'll tell you, I've painted. So since Old World's come out, I wouldn't have said I've painted a Tomb King's army, but I've almost painted a Tomb King's army because
you painted a lot.
Yeah, because I kept a lot of my old Tomb Kings on 2020s in case I paid 6 then. So I did, apart from the chariots, I think I painted all new skeleton archers.
Yeah.
It's the Tomb Guard I didn't. I rebased them, and then everything else was painted. And then I've done a bunch of orcs, and I've done a whole Beastman army. Yeah. And I've printed a lot of armies. Does that count if you printed?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's almost new Empire and
warrants counting. It does take some time and effort to paint, but
I did print a Bretonian army too, but that was for my mate. So, yeah.
Oh, you did.
No, but I think I'm a pretty quick one to get going. It's just that initial, especially this Cathay freaks me in terms of I just need to know what color I want to paint them. Once I've done it and I've got my scheme down, I'll go. But it's always, it's like that blank page. You're like, I'm scared to what colors it's going to be and what it's going to look like, and I can't see what it looks like. I don't know what base to do. And,
yeah. If you don't go going in, because sometimes you go going into an army thinking, I want this army, this theme.
Yeah. So I'll bring this one back up. Wait, Josh, what's the next tournament you're playing?
Ooh.
It's almost like this is a challenge. Can Gomo paint a Cathay army before Josh plays another tournament? Because he's already played 2 in this. Like, he's played more than us tournaments, but he only plays in tournaments. So when is the next tournament he's going to play?
Yeah.
And can I get Cathay painted before that? Which I don't know where this will be, but away for 2 weeks. Yeah,
I'm considering. I don't know if I'll do it or not. I'm in 2 minds about it because I just was at Castle Assault. But there is a 1 day on Saturday.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not happening. Yeah, so you'll beat me if that's the case. Do that. You'll probably be ranked number 1. Josh, do that. You'll be ranked number 1. You have to tell Viv. I've got to do it. Number 1. I'll be ranked number 1 by the end of the week.
We're number 1 in Australia.
In Australia. Yeah. Do it. Mark just said, do it. Anyway. Oh, Caffeinated Warlord. Is he a new listener? I've not seen that name pop up, but he said Grand Cathay the way Empire should work, especially Nolan. The scary thing is Nolan's doing bloody good on the since the new drops as well.
Yeah.
Rules. So they're right up there as well, just shooting the shit out. It's turning into a bit of a shooting meta. Anyway, let's get onto your games, man. Do we want to just quickly do our shout outs and then get into it?
Sure.
It's at 56
Yeah,
minutes.
sure.
Want to do one?
Yeah, because we were supposed to spend. Just for the people listening, our plan was to spend 20 minutes talking about Cathay, and then I do my games for like the rest of the episode. We're hitting an hour.
I think I did hear you guys talking about 3 hours as being a
I shouldn't have mentioned it because now it's all in our heads, and that's what we're all expecting.
Well, actually, the problem is I don't know if I can do the fucking Patreon shout out my normal way because
is it not running?
It's still busted.
Oh,
I will go to our website. So yeah, for some reason Patreon actually.com, like the admin side is just not working for me. It's just crashing. Anyway, I'll just give the halftime listeners, this is our time for our Patreons to get a quick shout out. What are we going to do about the questions then, Josh, if we're this far behind on the schedule? You don't know.
There's always time for questions.
Okay, cool. Anyway, I want a big shout out because we have a bunch of paid patrons. We have a bunch of free ones. And we are actually talking about how to give even the free ones more value. So that was coming. We're all just a bit busy at the moment. Now, this list, I hope it's not missing people, but because it's a different list than what I usually read out. But anyway, big thank you to a Feud owner, Vinny, Louis Spangaro McCallan, ASB, the Ungor, Aaron Deal, King Pash, who got first in a massive tournament in the UK this week. Not Matt, Jess Tours, Tom Pickard, Adam Lamb, the Orange Juicer, Maddie, Firebird 7137, Mark Langley, as usual, he's here, Peter Holman, Matt Hinton, Silver Dave, he got second last week at a tournament, I think. Mark, Nick, Chris Bowler, Shooter Louis, Eugene Chaffel, Benoit, Cam the Dentist, James McClellan, Liam Fallon, Toby Kublin, Jay McBride, who is on the chat there, Flatworld's Edge, Sexy Jelly, Herald of the Old World, Dave Dodge Lancaster, Matthew Klein, Matt Morris, Perfity, Jess Tours, Wood Duck, Nananoum, Daniel Broadstock, Gil Thostrak. It's so weird reading this off a different thing. Robert Z, Drew Peacock. Drew Peacock, OG Whirler, Bobby Gherkin, Gumwich, Zen Fox, the OG who is still in the house with us today, Todd Lloyd, he's on the chat. I saw him there. Champion, mate. So, yes. Mac just said big shout outs to King Pash. Great result. Yeah, it was a pretty big tournament, 40 plus or whatever it was. Smash with Vamps. Fuck Vamps. You talk about OP. I don't know. They're getting up there. Once people realize just putting graveguard units on objectives. Anyway, cool. Can we smash these questions, or do you want to intermix them through your games? You've got control of the second half, Josh.
I'm not able to do that, but I'll do the questions first. I'm definitely not going to intermix them. Because the first one is actually kind of relevant to the first half of this episode anyway. So might as well go in. Because Sean, he's actually structured this question very nicely, very softball question, the way he structured this for us. He asks, so he sets up this is a patient question with reference to 7 Glade Riders with Bodkins, so 147 points.
Mhm.
Lothern Skycutter is 115 points. 7 Warp Block Jezails, 133 points. So how much should a Sky Lantern, currently 135 points, actually be?
Good question.
Like, I feel like all those other, like, it's filling the roles of almost all those examples all at the same
7
time.
Jezails can put out some hits though, can't they?
Yep,
Yeah.
they can. They're not quite as mobile though, are they?
No.
I think Mark was on. I think he said what 225. I thought 220. That was mine.
I still think 225 might be a bit too much, but I'd probably think 185. Actually, I probably would still do the maths that you wouldn't want to take. What's 3 lots of 185? What is that?
That's very specific.
It's a crazy amount of wounds, but that's where I'm
555.
Yeah, I do that. I'll stand at 185 because that you just can't get it into rare.
That's
555. Yeah,
but you can take 2.
you can get them in characters, I guess.
Yeah,
I'd drop to 1 at 175. Yeah, I think around that. I don't know. I just think I don't know. Like, okay, so you say 225, right? What's if I then put 225 and say 2 like Necrosphinx next to that? Or is that a bad example because the Necrosphinx is probably too cheap?
that's the thing, but
yeah. Maybe I'm just comparing against something else that's a bit broken for the points.
Yeah. I mean, I'll just be in the middle and say like 195 just to be fun.
That's the Necrosphinx or around that. I can't remember off the top of my head, but yeah. Cool. Interesting. But yes, way less than it's probably needs to be more than the 135 points to me. I don't know why in my head, and I might even be wrong with it, is what the Celestial Hurricaneum costs in 8th ed. Which is still cool, but to me is one of those utility chariots, not something that just dominates a game. That's for that points, but yeah. Cool, Josh. Yeah. What's next?
Next one. Okay, this is the longest question from Mark. This is for I don't know who this is addressed to. He says this is for Gomo, Cold Eyes, and Andrew.
Your
Cold Eyes. Oh. No, I don't know how that could be me. But I really find that's an unfair.
You seen Josh's eyes? They're 2 blazing furnaces that pierce your soul.
Does he watch this podcast?
Yeah, that's it.
So his scenario, his hypothetical is you have a local club starting an escalation league, and there will be a mixture of players taking part from experienced event players to people who have never played before. There is a lot of hype about this event, and bragging rights will be a huge factor in years to come. Is that everything? Do you ever have bragging rights for years to come? Apart from when you purple sun someone's big block of dwarves and then they never forget it.
Son of a bitch.
Do you, and this is a 2-part question, do you, part A of the question, and this is like 5 options for part A. Do you, 1, take the meta army and play to win? That trophy will look really good on your shelf. 2, take a fun army. It's good just to chill and make friends and build a community. 3, take a fun army but try to win anyway, making friends and offering to help those you play. Number 4, take an army you haven't played before at all and use it as a proper slow grow building exercise. And then 5 is just something else. If so, what?
Cool.
Do you just go in for the bragging rights, the trophy?
So yeah, I was going to ask, is this like a slow grow? But he's answered it that technically, I've never played in an escalation league, but I would have thought an escalation by definition is mostly a slow grow. Is that right?
He meant, yeah. So the progression is likely to be, I don't know why he's clarified this because I'm sure it's that relevant, but he said the progression is 500, 750, 1,000, 1,250, 500 points. So, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, slow grow.
It's probably a little bit of a mix, but for me, I'd definitely take an army I haven't played because I'd be trying to build up a new army. Now, having said that, like if this started and I had the time and I was doing it now, it would be Cathay, which technically you'd say is a meta army, but I'd be using it to slow grow up the Cathay army. Do you know what I mean? So I probably wouldn't look at it from a point of view as meta, but I might have chosen the army just because it's new or because it's one that I want. Yeah, I wouldn't ever pick one just to play to win though. It'd be just to.
No.
I think was it number 3 or number 4? I think he was like take a fluffy army, but sort of play to win, but still help the other player. I think that was a decent response.
I think. So.
Yeah. I think that's probably a good middle ground.
You're not.
I think Josh is more inclined to take. You would still do well with it, but I think you potentially might build a themed narrative army, like sort of what you've done with your Slanesh one. Whereas I feel like most of the time when in the slow grows I've done, I've tried to build out an army that I wouldn't say it becomes meta, but it's got the bits in it that are good at the time for whatever that 2,000, 2,500 points is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like I'm not picking it now. I don't really do the narrative stuff like a theme. I've got a story behind it. I'd like to. I probably should do that more, but I just haven't bothered. And I don't know, Andrew, you're probably the same. Do you sort of still pick stuff that eventually when it's 2,000 points is probably a competitive 2,000 points?
Yeah. Like I have a theme, but it's usually a competitive theme. So it's either like
do you? Okay, that's what I was going to say.
A fast army or a shitty army. Like there's something behind it. But it might not be like full meta, but it's definitely competitive.
But look, we'd be trying to build the community. We did it once with a slow grow. We definitely would try. We probably need to do it more, at least around our part. But like Newcastle area.
I like how I've got a better approach with this, the slow grow I'm running, but the slow grow the slow grow that you guys ran, I went full on true flight arrows, like full on broken 8th ed. What else? Like not themed at all. Like that was playing to win.
I still felt like but you had sisters in there, didn't you? You did a sister unit, didn't you? Did you? I swear you had. Maybe I'm getting confused with.
No, I had Wild Riders.
Okay, I'm getting confused with Daz's on. Okay, yeah. Cool.
I must admit, I do find even when I'm trying to make a themed army, it is fun to still try to make a functional and fairly,
like it's sharp, like what you do with the Exiles or what you were doing with the Errantry. Yeah, for sure. You are number. You're not number 4 in the country or whatever you are for nothing. For nothing.
Stop saying.
I don't know what you are.
Right.
The moment of glory.
Totally. Total whack.
Oh god!
Well, he's already trying to hunt down a 3rd tournament.
Yeah,
a 3rd tournament
to get take all Fanatics number 1.
Yeah, well, Patty's got number 1 again
to secure that master's spot.
Oh, you're 5th, Josh. You're 5th. So just looking at the numbers, if you go to this tournament the weekend, you could easily go into 1st place. So just hint.
Ooh.
Just needs to get enough.
Represent.
You only need to get 30. You only need to get 26 points.
It needs to have 10 players, right, to actually get points.
Yes.
So that's also a consideration, unfortunately.
Yeah, sorry, I'm still sharing like a random screen there. Sorry, not that you want to see us closer. Cool.
He had a part B of that question, which is, what army did you pick? And I guess that. I'm actually not sure what he means by that. He's asking like what faction we picked, like what army? Is that what he means, or is he?
Well, I'm picking Cathay if I was doing it right now, but
it's only talking the old world. Yeah,
yeah, it's right there. I need to paint it. Yeah,
you need to paint it. That's that's the most appropriate use of a slow grow.
Yeah. Otherwise, I'd take Todd's suggestion. Squigs. I do have lots of trolls and squigs to paint, so maybe I should do that. It's actually a good point. If it was actually for beginners, I don't know, this question's over, and I knew there was a lot of beginners and it wasn't for my Cathay one, it would be fun to do something like that, like trolls, like finish off my troll army. Anyway, cool. Feud.
Yeah. Feud. I think this is relatively new Patreon. It might have been a Castle Assault. Maybe. Why do you think people are adding turning points, but not the recommended points for mission objectives? Is 20-0 still the go, or should we move to what's CV, minor victory, draw, etc.? Solid victory. I don't know what CV.
Oh, is that the bloody?
I think it's the mix and match play game.
Yeah.
With like the different levels of.
I've seen a few tournaments doing it now, but. It's
I think it's 6-0. I think it is, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's 7. Yeah, it's 0 to 6. So it's 7 like slots, if you know what I mean.
Ah, 7. Yeah, okay.
I just don't understand why I do something different than everyone else is doing.
Agreed.
Plus, it's a stupid number. Like when you do 5 games, it turns into 35. Like the 20-0 system, I think was picked a lot because it went to 100. Is that right? Am I wrong there? I don't know. Maybe it wasn't.
Yeah, maybe you get more stratification. I mean, looking at Castle, like it's 20-0, and we still had like bands of 10 people with 3 points difference between them. If you could drop down to 6 for each game, you're a lot more likely to lose draws. And he also said, with Mercs being part of an official army now, do you think Mercs and allies need to be revisited?
Well, we sort of
I think
Mercs
need to be accepted.
It's potential. I'm actually a big fan of using them. I'm against. I think I've said this multiple times. I'm glad for some reason. I don't know what happened, but Old World has not even thought about banning special characters, whereas 8th just banned special characters. So they just never around. So I really like. I think we did the right thing there, and I've actually liked that we haven't done Mercs or banned them. So I hope it continues a bit, but as long as Games Workshop doesn't get a bit too crazy with their stuff. But because I don't know.
Mercs is all right. Yeah.
Can I get the next question? This is Jade's question, which is perfect. They just appeared with a.
We have to do a comedy episode, and Jay can come on.
There's a slow grow in my pants. Warhammer guys foreplay, which is great. Perfect timing there, Jay. The question is, where do you stand on these Australian foods? Vegemite, musk sticks, kangaroo meat.
Cool.
They're all fairly tasty foods in my eyes.
Yeah,
Kangaroo's for me. Too gamey. A little bit too gamey.
Like I don't eat. I don't eat it. I've had it, but
yeah.
Haven't.
I like crocodiles. All right, tastes better. Tastes like chicken.
Yeah. But I don't.
Hard to
don't really go out to a
restaurant.
Makes
a really good dietary trial for dogs. Anyway, sorry.
What was that? Sorry. What was that? This is a pet. This is a vet.
Crocodile. It's like a good food elimination diet because it's a very effective novel protein. Because not many dogs have been fed a crocodile, so it works really well. That's trying to rule out food allergy.
But what about that song about the dog? What's it called? The dog that goes down and gets eaten by the crocodile by John Williamson. What's that one called? Do you know the song? What's it called? I can't remember. Anyway.
No.
Yeah,
I wish I knew it. I'd sing it. It'd be so funny.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about here, Andrew? The John Williamson song.
I'm not too good with country.
A lot of people ask me if I can milk things. You can't milk a crocodile. It's a lizard. Only mammals have mammary tissue. It's in the name, Mark. So no milking.
Yes.
Okay, but Vegemite, where do we all stand with Vegemite? And how often do we have it and when do we have it?
I want a nice savory bit on my toast, so I might reach for it.
Do you ever have it?
You ever have it with avocado?
Oh yeah, I do that occasionally. When I first saw my girlfriend at high school doing that, I went, "What the fuck is that?" Because it was
what I'm thinking.
Green, she had that and cheese, so it was like yellow, green, and brown. I'm like, what are you eating? But
no, it works.
No, yeah, I think it does. But generally, I've only these days I just have it on toast. But
I'm intrigued now. So you have like a toasted
hangover toast. Oh no, just toast. Well, just Vegemite and toast. What do you have it on? Just a bread.
Where else are you having Vegemite?
We can have it on like crackers and sayo-y stuff and the harder cracker stuff,
Okay.
Really, I put it.
It's effectively very hard dry toast.
Those things, or like Vita-Weats. You put it on Vita-Weats. People have it on that.
Yeah.
Broville. There we go. But generally, for some reason,
never had
I don't have it a lot these days unless it's more of a hangover one. Like you wake up in the morning and you go, I need to eat something. I can always have Vegemite on toast. I don't know if anyone else is like that, but yeah. against the salt. It just comes back in.
Salt. The old dead yeast and salt.
Oh, Todd just said Vitaweeds on Vegemite and Vitaweeds are awesome. Yeah, see that's what I used to have a lot.
There we go.
Yeah,
I haven't had
maybe
mustard
next week.
since I was like
maybe
12.
next week we can all have some Vegemite on some toast during the podcast. Just to show people how to actually do it properly. Anyway. Okay, sorry, keep going, man. Keep going, Josh.
Let me just keep going. Yeah,
Mustics. Sorry, mustics.
Oh,
do you guys
would you have to mustics? Yeah.
As kids, I used to have them like non-stop. These days, I
Constantly.
can't remember the last one I've had.
All the time. No, I can't remember it. But I do have fond memories of it, and it'd be a big nostalgia because normally I don't like that kind of perfumey stuff in food.
Yeah, I mean they're the things if you eat too many.
But for some reason, that specific because it has so much of it, my whole childhood. Yeah, it's fine. Try, give us a musk stick.
Did you used to get the chalks as well? Did you guys used to have chalk? You know that like chalk, and that came in different colors and looked like chalk, but it was actually you just eat it.
Nah, I had the
what were you given as a child?
Which used to be called.
What did it taste like?
I don't know what I'm talking about. No, it was like it's harder than a mustick, but it was that type of weird stuff. It was a bit chalky on the outside. It was a lolly, but it was like.
So it's not the fads, the
no, they were the fads, but the fags are in the original.
The fads were the fags, and they had to change it to like as in cigarette.
There we go. Todd said, it was called chalk. See, these youngins, Todd, these youngins on these podcasts.
What? the kids lollies in the 90s used to be because you had the big cigars too.
And gollywogs.
Yeah.
It's racism all over the place. We could probably get demonetized now talking about this.
It's so inappropriate. Bring back the PC lollies.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. This is why I talk too much, especially on red wine. Keep going, Josh. Keep me going.
Last question. Plasman. And he just sent this in, but that's testament to my awareness that I'm
9:06 p.m.
professional. Andrew, have you seen that legendary Australian band, The Beards, is doing a reunion tour, and will you and your beard be attending?
I don't even know what he's talking about, but that's funny.
No, I take that shaking your head as a no. If people were listening, he shook his head quite vigorously.
But I like the name of the
band. And she's got an actual tower question. And this is a good one. How have you guys integrated the FAQ and the errata into your big rule books? Or in general, how have you notated or learned the changes? I barely got in a handful of 1.0 games and will be having to learn 1.5 when I start playing again, and it seems really daunting.
Yeah. I feel for you that way. Yeah. It's technically, I don't know, I feel like there's like 5. Maybe that's a video we should do on YouTube. It's not so much 1.5 what's so good. It's just what the 5 things you need to know. Like it's actually there's not that many major changes. There's all little things, but
lots of little things. So they're really annoying. But I mean, it's a good way to look at it. Yeah, very optimistic.
At least as a holistically, there's some the magic. I know I won't get into it, but there's
let's not start doing the episode now.
Yeah,
half an hour later, still.
You know how we talk about whether or not I've got undiagnosed ADHD or whatever? Guess where my FAQ in my big rule book's at?
Ooh, where is it?
What do you mean?
It's half done. It's like I got through about 3 pages of pasting it into my rule book, and then I've lost interest.
Sorry, what are you describing?
I cut all the little bits of the FAQ, put them in, stuck them over the bits because that's what I did when we got the first big FAQ.
Stuck them over, just with paste.
Yeah, you can remove them. To be honest, it does rip a little bit. Yeah, that way you can take it back off. And then I got about halfway through, and then I went, "Oh fuck that!" Yes, and then someone has already done it. Like I said, there's a PDF that people have done that with, so it's just easier. So it's half done, and then the other half is in the back of the rule book, just put in there.
Floating.
Yeah.
Nice.
Are you guys going to use those FAQ sticker things, those removable stickers?
Maybe I will.
It's just like a marker saying this has been errated.
Yeah.
When I saw that, I was like,
"It could be useful."
Yeah.
I have ordered
trying
them.
to put them all in. Oh, you have? Okay, yeah. I actually probably would because it's a little easier.
Mm.
I don't know. Yeah, at the moment it's in my head. But if you're not podcasting every week and thinking about Old World all the time, there's no way you'd remember what's FAQ'd and what's not.
Nah.
No,
I'm surprised.
even if you are
somebody just,
podcasting every week.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they had like the stickers for it. But like, surely you could just like quickly print out, like not, but get some sort of like removable sticker for those.
Well, that's
FAQs.
what I was wanting, like one that just
Sell them.
because most of the time you can
Yeah.
stick it right over the top or
Yeah.
right near it. But as I found, I was pulling some of the older ones off because how they, I think it was the unit strength one was a good example where they patched it and then they patched it again. So like I tried to take the old one off. And I took it off, but it did tear a bit of the page, and I went, "Oh fuck it! The next ones I'll just shove over the top." But it is good because then you can read the book and it's all there. But the thing that I'm up to is all the the weapon thing changes. There's lots of little ones. I'm like, oh,
I don't think I could stomach doing that to the book. I don't know.
I want this book is just I want it to.
I just want it to be in original condition. I can't do it.
Nah,
even
buy another one. Put that in the shelf.
I haven't even done it. So you know how the 6 Ed one they had that errata thing that you could
that's
sign to be cut out and stuck on. I can't do it even to the old 6 Ed book.
It's sacred text.
It's got to look like if you ever grew up religious. I did. I'm not now. But you've got to be that person who carries that one Bible around for 20 years and it just looks like shit. There's stuff hanging out of it. That's what your rule book should be. We're never getting to your back wrap here. So keep going.
Yeah, no, that's it. That's all the questions. I did have a shout out for Jelly, and I was sort of guys. I don't know if you read the chat that exploded the last 24 hours.
No,
he had a ridiculous anecdote that I was actually quite hoping to have him sort of pop in and just suddenly like be here and like talking and telling us the story. But yeah, hopefully I'll get him on.
Couple of weeks, so you have to come up with some content potentially. Maybe you can come on.
Probably. You can show the special finesse flick that he's got of how to roll dice really well.
Yeah, I did see that. Is that was the bit, was it? Talking. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that is so funny. I did see that. That was that's a topic. Maybe that's an entire podcast topic. God. Anyway.
All right. Shall we do some games?
Yeah.
Oh yes.
God.
Finally.
Oh my God. It's already getting late. We've got to go through all this. All right. So 5 games to go through. Castle Assault, for anyone listening.
So you played
these other two fellows.
Now.
I only played 4.
I think we can drop this illusion at some point. It's so ridiculous. Yeah, these 2 guys already did their games. I was off on a holiday. Couldn't get my stuff up. But yeah, here we go. My first game was against Matthew. I didn't realize. So when we were doing the matchups, Matthew Salters Klein, I was like, okay, I don't really recognize that name. But then I realized it's actually Matthew Klein, as in the Patreon that we read out every week. You know, just the fact that he had the Salties like completely threw me.
Yeah.
Maybe you got married. I didn't specifically ask him. He's actually from Melbourne as well. And kudos to him, he'd done his medial collateral ligament in his knee, but he still managed to get up for the tournament.
Ooh.
So my opponent was really injured. Melbourne. I don't know where exactly.
Maybe right. Okay. Wow. And had to fly with that. Okay. Oof. Yeah.
Ironic that I was playing in Melbourne night. Yeah. Just start this. But yeah, so he's running high elves. That's my. Do I go through my Brett list again or not? I don't know. I'll just sort of go through the deployment and that kind of thing. Really. So he mainly had the 3 big blocks, like with the big blocks of Sword Masters, a big block of Sea Guard, and a big block of Silver Helms, and then some flying chariots zooming around and a couple of little lion chariots.
Oh, this wasn't the Phoenix Guard list, was it? This was
no, there was no Phoenix Guard.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Josh slowed him down pre-match. That's where this happened. This is well before. So basically, in terms of deployment, I had I had my archers a bit more central. I had Knights of the Realm fairly central with my general next to them. They were directly across from the Sword Masters. And I also had my pegs on my far left flank with another unit, one of my little units of Knights of the Errant, which are unit 6. I've got 2 of those. Then I had my main 3 other blocks of like main lances, I suppose, were really just central, and they were directly across from the Sea Guard. And then he ended up putting his silver helms across from my peg knights, and then he had a mage and a prince both on flying chariots, and they were sitting next to the sword masters as well. So basically, to cut a long story short, the first turn he moved his sword masters right up, like he did arcane urgency and plonked them right up in front of my block.
How far? Just an inch,
they're an inch away. Yeah,
that's so cool. We're gonna learn to do that better.
That is so good.
Especially turn 1, because you can't even dispel it. Like you're probably too far away.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Initiative 6 or something.
I think they're initiative 7 on the first turn of combat. Aren't
7 first turn? Yeah.
2 ranks. How many is it?
Yeah, it was in 2 ranks. Yeah, by the time I can't remember if it was starting marching column, but I think they're drill. I don't know. It was in 2 ranks when I charged them anyway.
Yeah.
And my response was just to charge with everything that was in charge range of that unit. So I had the unit of 7 Knights of the Realm with a damsel in it. I had my Duke right there as well. He went in, and then I had bowmen counter charging as well. So I had 1 unit of 16 bowmen go in the flank, and the other one go in the front. Although this unit 16 was down to 8 there, so I think that
does that kill a rank, or are they heavy infantry?
What do you mean? As in,
because is it like heavy infantry? You have to have unit strength 10 to disrupt a rank or whatever, like for combat rows. I mean,
Sword Masters heavy infantry.
I can't remember. I don't know. It's a question.
I feel like it's not that heavy. Is not a word I associated with.
Yeah, no, but the elves, I'm 90% sure they are.
Okay. Anyway, well, you probably didn't need it, but I was just wondering.
So the Duke, goes in with his 5 + D3 hatred attacks, and he kills like 6 of them straight up because he's actually striking first because he's got best initiative. So he actually just swatted down a whole bunch of them. They end up, I think.
At least they all can still attack though, because of the whole infantry rule.
Well, yeah, they can, but both are dead. So I think. I can't remember how many there were left, but it was maybe like 3/4 of a rank, 1 rank left. They ended up losing pretty terribly, double outnumbered, and so they broke and ran and chased them down. So they ended up in the sort of middle of the board.
So just quickly, if your Duke wasn't there, what do you think your 3 units would have done?
As in my response tactically.
Yeah. Oh, well, say you charged in.
Yeah. I don't know.
I reckon those dudes would have held.
I reckon they might have held. Yeah. I'd have to sit down and do the maths. I don't know. Yeah, I would have been really two minds about what I.
He didn't have a chance. Well. You would have a chance
because the risk of putting the bowmen in is they're so weak. Like in terms of there's no armor, there's no war. Like you're almost risking losing more static like combat res because you're taking extra wounds. Whereas the knights are pretty, against the great weapons, they're still getting a 5+5+. So it's actually hard to take.
He didn't kill a lot, really, did he?
I thought he would have done more.
No,
I guess he had to
2 knights and 4 archers or something.
Yeah, but the dudes out on the left had to take on the archers. Yeah, I really thought that was a good move, but in hindsight, we just probably need more points. But
yeah.
Anyway,
so that pops through. What did I do?
Oh no, it is your turn.
So it's my turn. So he does then countercharge. So he puts the prince and also the mage on on the other chariot, which is over at the top there as well. So they both charge the Duke. Now I suspect we might have played this a bit wrong, actually.
Oh, sorry, I just realized that was your turn. You overran. Okay, so why is he silver helms over, not smashing your other dudes?
Which ones? Other silver helms. I think they haven't got a chance. Well, they're about to charge it. It's his second turn. They haven't.
Oh,
his
okay,
first
sorry.
turn, they've just moved up, but they
Sorry,
haven't really.
I thought when that picture you said what was charged. Okay, keep going.
Yeah, so the prince and the chariot both, the mage both charge the Duke. And I was like, I don't know. I feel like we might have played this wrong now that I'm thinking about it, because the prince was actually quite close to the Duke. I can't remember if that was before or after I countercharged, but definitely the mage was outside the movement, so I was able to countercharge off the mage's charge. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So then I'm in charging state, but then he issues a challenge with the prince. So I'm in a challenge the prince, who I don't know. So this is a question maybe I'll ask you guys. So I think we didn't really think about it. We just played it that we'd both charging. Even so, I was charging when I was in. So is that okay?
Yeah, I think so. You're saying you countercharged another thing, but
I countercharged another thing.
The other thing, yeah, I think that's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, cool.
The only thing I think gets weird is to do with like the impact hit things, where you have to impact hits to the thing you hit in the front.
Oh, okay.
So like if you went into, and it probably is less debatable now anyway. Like say if that happened and you got somehow rear charged or flank charged from something else that you challenged, well, now you have to do your impact hits outside of the challenge anyway, but they would always go forward.
To the unit you might have charged or that type of thing.
So can you just go back one though?
Yeah.
So how's his chariot? Oh, it's the other chariot. Sorry, I'm getting confused. I thought it was the chariot on the left charged you. No, it's the one up.
No. It's the one with the blue
so
thing.
many of them. Yeah, okay.
I know. There's chariots everywhere. So end up in a challenge. I actually, I think he gets
is that a lion chariot he's on?
That the mage is on?
Yeah.
I think so.
Oh, so it's two heavy chariots. Ooh.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, okay.
And I can't remember who issued the challenge, but definitely I was like, no, I'm just going to challenge.
Okay, so if your guy survives this, Brett's a fucking OP and you're cheating.
Okay, well, I took one wound. I think I did like 3 wounds on his chariot, on his prince. And I think
you
they
did
gave ground.
Again. Sorry, because you've got.
I countercharged as well, so that
right.
reactivates the extra attacks and the hatred kind of thing, So
yeah,
and I've got ogre blade, So it's like it's a decent. It's a
You're
very
not a
choppy
like
wound.
me.
I know he's on a little tiny base on a little horsey, but he does do some damage. And so my turn. I just countercharged with quite a bit. That's actually going all over the board. Where are we? I'm just going to keep rolling forward. There we go. Okay, so this is my turn where I countercharge. So I've actually got the frenzied unit of realm at the center there, actually going to the side of his mage on the lion chariot.
Right, because that's not in the challenge, is it?
Well, the combat. So the combat was over. So they actually both gave ground.
Okay,
and I didn't follow up. So the combat's over. So my turn. I put the Duke into his prince, and I put the big frenzy bus into the mage. The big frenzy bus was plowing through the mage, and then goes straight into the prince as well. So suddenly they're affecting both combats. Essentially just killed them both in that turn. The other bus of realm there get charged the other chariot, and the other chariot, the grails on the other side, the other far other flank. They haven't done a huge amount. They got charged by the sky cutter, and they just countercharged, took it down to 1 wound. I thought I was actually sort of hoping they'd kill it, but took it down to 1 wound and he just fled. Then they just continued to make their way towards the sea guard across the other side of the board, and then the silver helm. They've ended up. I think they did charge and kill one of the units of the little unit of Aaron, and that's how they've ended up in that far corner there on my side of the board.
Oh yeah.
And then the Peg Knights charged them. I think the Peg Knights won the first round, but then the second round they actually break. They lose combat by a couple They actually run off the board. I don't know if I got a photo of that at that point.
The Peg Knights. Sorry, the Silver Helms run off the board.
No, the Peg Knights did.
Oh, the Peg Knights.
So the Peg Knights
From
won the
Silver
first
Helms.
combat. They fell back, and the Silver Helms got pushed back. They followed up, but then the second round of combat, I think it might have had the War Banner and a couple. There was a fair bit of static combat res, and the Peg Knights just not charging. They just didn't get any wounds through. And then they just broke basically. So this is the combat where the Knights have gone into the Mage, and they've taken off the Prince off. And that's sort of, essentially that's really the game, really. So
Can you get back to that slide though, second turn?
Which one?
Did he make the right choice, or maybe I'm just dumb? The one where he charged your guys. Keep going. That
This
one.
Yeah.
Is he better off getting in the flank of that other? Who did he charge there? The Silver
So
Helms.
that was that. Are you talking about the Silver Helms?
Yeah, because he's charged his characters into your character. What did he do with his Silver Helms that are sitting on that hill?
So that's when they charged I think there was some errant just off screen. There was a block. There was a little block of errant that. There they are. Yeah. So he's charged.
He squeezed in there. Oh, because there's the chariot there as well. Did they all go in?
The chariot went into the archers, and the archers fled, and that's how that chariot ends up behind. Okay. Just sitting there.
I don't know. How did the Silver Helms? There's 8 of them with War Banner go on the side of that unit there.
Pretty well.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I don't know. And then your general. I mean, you can evade, I guess, but and then chaff up the other unit with the chat. I don't know. I think he might have made. I don't know. It's hard to say because then they still would have got ass raped by those Peg Knights and the other unit.
I think
because if he went in with his chariot still just to tie down that guy, I don't know whether Silver Helms would have ended up with an overrun, but like if the Silver Helms went in,
yeah. Well, even if they fell back in good order, because your unit might have fell back, bumped through, and he could have then followed up into that general and then broken on combat res. Anyway, maybe I'm putting too much stock into 10 Silver Helms. Yeah, they're always they'll let you down just like the Sword Masters.
They can bounce, the old Silver Helms.
Cool. That's good. So obviously you won that one, did you?
Yeah. So I ended up getting 14-6 or something, I think. Yeah, or so. And then the second round I played Anthony Solari, who I played last year as well. Running this time he was running the massive
Tomb Guard chariots.
Tomb Guard chariot one.
A lot of chariots.
Lots of chariots. And so he sort of deployed. He had a big building in his deployment zone. He sort of deployed around that as an anchor. There's nothing in the middle of the board whatsoever. I don't know what's going on. It's
totally not castle. Hey, it's so weird.
Yeah, it's super weird. So I sort of deployed my 2 little errant units sort of fairly central in this game. I had the Grails just on the just a bit to the left of them, and then I had both the errant, like the Knights of the Realm Busters on the flanks, and then I had the Pegs on the far left flank as well. So I was sort of in 2 minds a little bit at what to do, but then last minute I was like, look, I'm just going to throw the errands up because that's what they're there for. So I actually pushed them right up, almost as, I don't know if they were bait or what I was necessarily thinking, but he took the bait. He
he went through the chariot runners.
He went straight. He was like, I'm going to charge these errands. So he had the big unit of Tomb Guard chariots. Charge one, redirect the other one, and I flee with both.
Yeah,
it's like I did not see that coming.
Right, you got Grail Knights to the other dudes. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so the Duke was sitting between the errants, so he's just sitting there ready to go. He does manage to get some chariots up to block the Grails and the other.
Because he had a shit ton of little solo ones too.
He's got loads of little ones around.
Like
so he's using them to chaff. Yeah. He could chaff up both of those units. Yeah. But the Duke can still go in, and the Duke. We got Ogre Blade, Hatred, and the extra. Can
I just ask you something about your skill level with how you position the errants? Do you measure that, or do you just like ask it? Like, do you go, yeah, they can probably go there. I'll flee. I should get away. Or do you have like a number where you go, I have to be X from these people to know that I'm 80% chance I'm definitely going to get away, and they're going to end up in the middle?
Nah.
Nah, you just move it up. Cool. Okay.
Total Josh's algorithm.
I was just wondering if he's smart enough to know what he should move up. I have no idea. I don't know what to do. I'll go, is that too close? Is that too far? I don't know.
Yeah,
close enough that it looks threatening.
Well, you got to be close enough where they'll want to make the charge as well.
Yeah, not so far away that I still can't charge something if they don't actually charge me. You know, that's the thing. Like if you hadn't charged me, then I can just pick a target and charge a chariot or whatever.
Yeah, especially that's true.
It causes a difficult decision, which is the essence of Warhammer. He had put his dragon on the other flank. Just in combat, just in charge range of, I'd put my frenzied BSB in that unit of Knights of the Realm on that left flank,
just behind the
building in that photo, the blue.
Yeah. That's right. Yep,
cool. So it was just forcing.
You got some type of spell on you as well. What's that?
That'd be Glittering Robe.
Oh, okay.
If anything of them is a spell card next to my units, it's because Glittering Robe got off.
Yeah.
It's just sometimes it's on, sometimes it's off, and it's just like it's very hit and miss, Glittering Robe. That frenzy bus go into the dragon and sort of just sits there. That combat then just goes.
Is that a Tomb King on the dragon? Yeah, it is because this is new current. Yep.
Yeah, and it's the one with you can re-rolls successful wounds and stuff, which means I charge in with this big frenzied lance. Yeah, all these attacks.
Just sit there and not do much.
Then just didn't do any wounds.
But he's not doing much either. Yeah,
he's not doing much either. He's killing maybe 2 knights a turn.
Yeah.
I think I win the first combat just because he's in a challenge. Battle res doesn't take any wounds off him, so it doesn't really matter. He just falls back and then he charges. It's just one of those things where they're just tied up, which is fine. Like that thing's worth a lot of points. So if it's just sitting there tied up, that's okay. But so the Duke does. Oh, I'll hit that later. So that's the Duke.
Oh.
So what did it start off as? So it was. Oh,
they've fled. He's still standing there. Yeah, and then
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to start with.
Okay, if you kill the
charges, it's already down to 6 there. What did you charge?
Did you get a closer picture of that? That is cool.
And then it's down. Then it's down to 2. And that's without any support.
Bretonians.
Yeah.
People are blaming Cathay. Oh god.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh my goodness. Oh dear. Yeah, it was fun. That's fun. And then he finally gets his support, but there's only 2 left. So it's like, he's fine. So the 2 errant units that originally fled are now finally charging in as well. And then the Grail unit. So I should set this up a bit. So with that fight with the frenzied unit against the dragon. So the second round, the BSB ends up in a challenge with the dragon. He kills the BSB. I can't remember if he fell back or I fell back. No, he must have fallen back. He must have lost combat again.
He's far back. Yeah, he's a lot further back.
He gave ground again. And because my BSB's dead, I'm no longer frenzied, so I don't have to follow up.
Okay. Yeah.
So I just restrained, pivoted, and now I can just chart. So now I'm like looking at those skeleton, those horse archers, and be like, I can just charge around, and be in. So because the thing I'm trying to weigh up here was because with the Grails in the foreground there, where they're being chaffed by those 2 chariots, was a question of, do I potentially try and do an overrun?
Yeah.
Once they're dead, to try to hit the tomb guard, and we measured it, and it was like 11 or 12 inches away. So a little bit of a scary overrun to attempt. because if I just fail and I'm sitting there, within their movement range, and I can't even countercharge, and there's a lot of impact hits. But that little unit of Realm that have now charged the Skeleton Archers, they actually just go straight through that unit. I don't know if I've got a photo of it or not.
And then into the Tomb Guard.
But they into the Tomb Guard, they pin the Tomb Guard, and now I can just do a overrun without risk. And I rolled, the dice is there. I rolled like a 16 or something. So I was like, sick. So they just go straight into the Tomb Guard, the Grails. Just do a lovely overrun. And then, so they go in, I take off about half the unit. At this point, my Duke is overrun, and he's just actually far enough that he can still see the side of the Tomb Guard as well. So he actually charges sideways.
Very sick, and
just deletes the rest of the unit.
Playing 40k, I just do 40k, straight across.
Oh, it was great fun.
I'm going to start painting my Bretts, Andrew.
Yeah.
Bretts are fun. Yeah. But I think that was pretty much in the game. I think you might have charged the Grails, and then they end up in a challenge, and then one died or something. But nothing really happened with that.
Yeah, okay.
So that was 17-3 in my favor.
Great. And he's a good player too. I wonder if I'd love to talk to him about that game and see what was he saying about those first move that he obviously took the bait. I feel like you need to be charging, I guess, with the chariots, but at the same time, you're playing an army that needs to be charging as well. So it's like who's playing the cagey game better? You know what I mean?
Well, I feel like I've got more flexibility because of the presence of counter charge in
way better like armor as well, so you can take a hit.
Yeah,
but if you could, it's hard with those chariots. You can't. Yeah, you've got heaps more ability to focus charge, like get two of these things in. See, but that fucking again, take away that Duke and those stupid magic items, you wouldn't be doing that.
The Duke is such a tiny footprint, and he can just go in and do.
I would just delete Ogre Blade from the game. But anyway, that's fine. I've never taken it. Don't need it. Need more balloons. Anyway, keep going.
I love how Angelus Dark says, "Who needs Peg Knights?" And he's right.
That's the thing. We
did have Peg Knights in this army. I haven't even mentioned them in this battle. They ended up over on this flank trying to kill this Scorp. They just didn't kill it. They just ended up in this combat. They just didn't go anywhere. They just sat there all game.
I feel like it's not that you're validating you've sort of been validating my idea that the raw peg needs to be just turned into a monstrous creature, which I think it needs to be. But what you're actually demonstrating is the amount of oomph that those, rerolls, hatred, Ogre Blade, 360 line. It doesn't matter what the fuck you're on. It's so OP'd. Yeah. It's not Warhammer at that point. It's like, okay, let's get rid of that. Anyway, keep going.
And the reason I like him on the horsey is because he can join the knight units.
Yeah,
he needs to. And in this game, the next one comes extremely relevant, for better or worse. This is the one next game, game 3. So this is a game against Trav.
Yeah,
I've never really met before. Never played him.
Very good player for those people who are listening. Don't know. Yeah.
This is the game I probably enjoyed the most out of the whole weekend. Really?
Sad.
It was a lot of fun.
The hits keep coming.
No, that's not what I mean. Like, I'll go through it.
We had some nice players that you were playing against. That are your opponents.
You were off playing Mordheim or something, weren't you?
Yeah.
But it was more just like this dynamic where I got really annoyed about, just outraged about the rules. The main thing was he was, because he's exiles. And I was Eritrea Crusade. And then the rules is written in the Brett book is if both armies are Kingdom of Bretonia, neither can pray.
But they can't pray anyway.
They can't pray anyway. And then to add insult to injury. And this
did you know that pre this game? Like you'd already,
because I remember talking about it with another player the other month, like when I was
outdone by your own rules.
I don't think Trevor was aware either. Like I was like, dude, I can't pray. Like wow.
Yeah.
Because it adds into injury that he's got a mechanism that he can
to
earn
turn
the
it on
blessing,
straight away. Yeah.
earn it, and I don't have that. So it's
yeah.
like doubly unfair.
Yeah.
Like it's
Is that why
it's such a
your
poorly written rule?
is that why
and I don't
your
think it's the
peasant bowmen
intention.
are standing where they are?
No, that was just me trying to deploy in a. Oh, this
okay.
is the flanking thing. Remember where you can
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
I just thought you're just not giving him any quick charge, so he can't get his blessing.
Oh, there's charges. There's charges. Oh man, that blessing thing. I was so annoyed. But it was just it's just so
almost like
thematically
you
ridiculous.
should get 4+ save against the exiles.
Yeah, I would argue it should get a better blessing. Yeah, absolutely,
better blessing,
absolutely. Because I mean, the exile list is built like it's designed. Like part of the reason they have such powerful magic items is because it's to compensate for the fact that don't start with it.
Anyway.
You know, I feel.
Yeah.
And I think that rule is absolutely not designed around the existence of the exiles. You know, really. So.
Can I just say his fucking army's awesome? How he's like the Kislev.
Oh, the Kislev theme.
Right?
So
yeah. Are they the actual proper one, like the full metal lances, or has he just got other prints? Like, what's he done with all those headdress things and stuff? Is that like proper?
Yeah,
Kislev?
I don't know if they're the original ones or where he's got them from. I didn't check like what materials they were made of, but they look like the old original ones.
Yeah.
Mark said so he can't pray, but force you not to be able to as well. I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, I'm the one who volunteered to not be able to pray. And he was just like, "Oh, I can't shoot," kind of thing. So it's not like he made it a thing, Mark. It was more me. But in retrospect, it really doesn't feel right at all. And I felt like in this game too. I really felt the lack of resilience that comes from no blessing, really. So in his list, so he has 2 units of 5 Pegasus Knights. He has 1 block of 7 Knights of the Realm, and 2. It's got a BSB and a general on horses that were both deployed in that lance. And then he's got a big block of Yeoman Guard, a couple of small units of skirmishing archers, and a bombard and a treb. And so, I mean, part of this list is kind of flexible in terms of where I put my characters. I can move them around. In this, when he put his block of characters in that lance, I sort of moved all my characters into the lance directly opposite him as well. Right. So I put my BSB and my Duke in the unit of Knights of the Realm
next to the tower there.
Push them up. Yep,
the lens
next to the tower in the center of the board.
What was his? What was the loadout? Did he have the frontier axe on his dude or something?
So the BSB had the BSB had the frontier axe with the Knight of the Temper. So that's a cheaper and arguably just as bad a combination as the Ogre Blade. Yeah, it's actually better really because it's only 30 points rather than 75.
Yeah, you're getting wounds. Or whatever.
Yeah, and it's multi-wounds too. It's very consistent. I mean, this loadout's a work. Like that's the BSB, and then his Duke actually had. So he had the Virtue of Heroism, which is a killing blow on anything type thing. But he also had 3, not the Paymaster's Coin.
The reroll one. Yeah.
But the
one you guys get.
Yeah, the one that you can reroll any one of hits wounds or whatever per phase, and he had 3 of them, so you can just reroll 3 things, which is pretty hectic combo. So probably the biggest. I'll just go through. Yes, there we go. So he does charge my big block. There we go. So
Angela's Dark just went. Rules is written. You couldn't gain the blessing by the Reclaim Glory rule either. Don't know if that's true or not, but I don't know. He's exhausted with trying to work out the rules of Old World. He's like, give me 6 then again.
So ridiculous. Angela's like, I love that. Yeah, I love it. Because this combat was crucial. Like this was all our characters in 2 big buses.
Yep.
Just waiting each other. He charged me, I counter charge. I'm frenzied. Now, so he actually had. I forgot to mention. He obviously had a level 3 wizard dude in that big. I think it was in the archers. He's running dark magic. Now, dark magic I haven't seen much of this run before, and I wasn't really aware of how potent it is, because it's got a couple of really nasty spells in there. One of which, especially, is
The assailant one. Doom
not the
Bolt?
assailant one. No,
Oh.
the one that gives a unit frenzy and hatred.
Oh yeah.
It's like, God Almighty.
It's got 3. And they're all got 3 good, I guess. But
Yeah. So that one, then there was a debuff one that was like -1 strength and toughness. So he charged in his turn. He didn't get the debuff off of my lance, fortunately, but he does get the hatred and frenzy off on his bus. So now we're both frenzied. And I've got hatred on my Duke, but he's got hatred on his entire unit. It's like, so his BSB, the one with the Frontier Axe and the Temper, declares a challenge, and my Duke accepts. The other problem that happened was when I countercharged, I rolled a 2, so I only moved 2 inches forward. So I'm 1 less initiative than I should be. So unfortunately, the Duke is striking at the same time as the BSB. And yeah, the Duke nails the BSB. I think he does like 4 overkill, but he manages to get through 4 wounds and kills the Duke with a BSB. So the Duke just dies. And then his Duke then. Well, not Duke, but Baron. It'd be a Baron. Was actually killed my BSB in the next step of initiative. Just because he's actually opposite from him, so like he can strike anyway. But yeah, so he takes him out. And then my whole unit loses frenzy because the BSB is now dead. And then things are going pear shaped pretty quickly after that. So yeah, I take quite I think 3 or 4 more knights die, and then I break and get run down. I don't know if I got a photo of run down. Yeah, there we go. Now to add on insult to injury, this is why this is a recurrent theme. He now gains the blessing on that unit, and I was like, "Damn you, Trav! I can't believe you got the blessing on this unit. You killed my whole, general, and now you get the blessing." And then I think it was the following turn. I like take a shot at that unit with my archers, and I get like 1 wound through. He fails the armor. And then he rolls. He just rolls a blessing. He's like, "Josh, I'm going to get this blessing save." And I'm like, "Don't you dare get this blessing save!" And he rolls it, and he gets a 6. And not just a 6. He's got this ridiculous dice where instead of a 6, it just says "fuck yeah." And so he just rolls and says "fuck yeah." He's not allowed to have this blessing. This is outrageous. Oh, that's so ridiculous. But yeah, unfortunately, that was probably the. Yeah, we just crashed into each other. He went straight through me. And the thing was, a couple of turns later, guys, I was so sad. So a couple of turns later, I have this memory pop into my head, and I'm like, oh yeah, things with the Grail vow don't need to pray. They just get the blessing. So my Duke and my BSB,
the Grail vow would have had it.
Would have actually been eligible to have their 5-up wards against all those wounds. I was like, God damn it. But to his credit, like this was fairly later on in the game. My Grail Knights had taken like 4 wounds from his bombard at that point. And he was like, "Oh man, just put 2 Grail Knights back or something." I was like, "No, right." Okay. And then he was like, "Oh, maybe just roll 4 ward saves because that's what you would have had to do anyway." And I'm like, "All right, fine." So yeah, so I rolled the 4. I got 1, 5, and so I put 1 Grail Knight back. But it was sort of too late for the probably the main combat, unfortunately. Just to go through a little bit more about what happened on the other side of the game, on the other flank. Was I did try to bait this big unit of Peg Knights. So this unit of 5, I pushed their errants right up because I'm like, let's see if I can get him to charge him. And then he came over to me, he's like, "Mate, just so you know, you've actually pushed those Knights right up, and I'm in charge range with them Pegs." I'm like, "Yeah, I know." But I almost said it too confidently because then he was like, "Oh, you're actually trying to bait me," kind of thing. Whereas he actually thought I just made a mistake. So then he was sort of onto it. I was like, "Damn it! I should have just played dumb and be like, well, too late." So this is actually him trying to work out if he can fit his Peg Knights inside, out of line of sight of the bus, like the errant knight lands. And also the Grails behind. So that's why that ruler's sitting there with the. But then because it's 5, actually
just against there. But okay, yeah.
He couldn't actually fit them all. In that sort of patch as such. So he actually
how do they line up when they come in the flank? Because they're skirmishers. How do they line up against the lance?
you just put them against the unit, which is so ridiculous. I was reading this last night.
Is it the outside guy? Oh, it's fucking.
So skirmishers can't blunt a lance.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's what I mean. So then, how do you? Yeah, which dude do you line it up against, and how do you line?
Yeah, it is weird.
I'll read it to you. When a unit of skirmishers charges or is charged by a lance, the skirmishers will not form up once contact has been made. Instead, each skirmisher is moved as directly as possible towards the lance in order to make base contact with it and with one another.
Oh, so you actually like intermix into the lance bit. You're like, you just all munch.
You just line it up against the edge of the lance. I only realized this the other night, and I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, it's weird.
Because Andrew,
it's
actually relevant to oh no, it doesn't. No, it's not relevant. Yeah, never mind. But yeah, I know it's like when I read that, because I just thought I've been playing with the skirmishers, and when they get charged by lance,
line up a bit.
They just line up like they still.
Yeah.
But they don't even do that. They actually go in. They're not even lined together.
They just squelch up against the lance. I'm like,
yeah,
this. I'm actually not sure I want to play it like that, to be honest.
That's actually when we see JTY in person, I'm going to slap him. I'm going to love him. I'm going to hug him and then slap him at the same time. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh, thank you. Smack. That's the skirmishes. Anyway.
So he ended up, just moved a bit more cagely. Have we got more? Yeah, cool. And then I ended up I keep trying to bait him. So I've moved the errants right up so they can charge the bombard or the treb next turn. I've got some pegs there, sort of there, halfway just behind the knight's errant, and then I've still got the grails sort of sitting there threatening. And he does take the bait. He charges the errants. I flee. He ends up just situated nicely so that they're still out of line of sight of the grails, and that's almost because looking at these photos again, partly it's because my peg knights rank up so well and they're magnetized that sometimes I just move them around based on base contact.
But technically, you've got a line,
and it actually means that because they're up against each other, they're actually blocking line of sight of the grails to that unit.
Yeah.
In retrospect, I didn't even think of it at the time of the game.
By the rule of the law, I think by rules as written, skirmishes have to actually be slightly apart, even if it's it's one atom.
Okay.
So therefore, you do have line of sight.
Maybe I could have line of sight. Well, I didn't even bother.
I don't know if that's true, but I've heard that. So
yeah.
Maybe I would have better off not charging anyway, because they might have got counter charged then, and that would have been a risk. So what I did was I charged them with the 3 peg knights. So they're just right next to them. And I was like, thank God, I finally baited them in. I've had to sacrifice a unit of errands to do it, to get them in a position where I can charge it without them being on counter charge, because it's 5 versus 3. But I feel like even 5 versus 3, having furious charge with the lances, like I'm still in a good position to win the combat. And they actually push them back.
You might have not have brought this up, but if you could charge them, they can't charge you anyway, because they wouldn't have line. 50% of their skirmishers wouldn't have line of sight to your guys, so they wouldn't be able to counter charge. I don't reckon.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize counter charge. Yeah, I guess it would follow that.
Well, it's a charge.
I'm sure they need
more than 50%.
Yeah, I don't know. You'd have to read counter charge rule, maybe. I don't know how.
It still would be the same, I reckon.
Would have been hard.
I'd push that. I'd call the TO over.
No.
Better call the TO. Because what happened was, here's a photo. So they actually did. They charged in. They killed 1 Pegasus. They won the combat. Caused him to fall back in good order. He falls back 6 inches. And I roll a 2 on the Swiss stride and 2 1s on the pursuit roll. So I go 4 and I go 3 and forward.
Classic.
Yeah. And this is and normally Bretonians can re-roll those 2 1s on the pursuit dice because of finest horses. But as we've been discussing earlier in the battle, Pegasuses don't get to re-roll those because they're not finest horses. So I just amble 3 just for so frustrating. So they're just free again. Yeah, but things start going pear-shaped really, and I sort of get lost up really. He still can't deal with the grails though. The grails keep pushing forward. I think I might have tried to charge and he fled, so he ends up sort of near the backboard. The grails end up taking off the Treb, and then in the final turn of the game, he sort of just moves up. He's sort of in two minds whether he wants to charge the grails or not. He's just a great shot with the. I think it was being in the deployment zone or having no one else in the deployment, like a breakthrough type thing. I think it was.
It was the table quarters and all that. I think, or something like that.
So he just grape shots with the bombard rather than charging with the Pegasus Knights, which I feel like he probably should have charged really, because he just killed like one, and then that was the end of the game. That ended up being pretty hefty loss for me. So it was a 14-2 in Trav's favour.
Trav came second, didn't he? Overall,
yeah, he came second. Yeah,
he's a good player.
That was a good player. It was a good player. But yeah,
he cheated with the. No, I don't know. I don't. The chat seems to indicate that he shouldn't have got the blessing either. But I'm reading it. I don't know. It's one of these weird things. I think he can earn it. It's so weird.
Yeah.
Because it talks about the only reason you can't earn it is if you can't kneel and pray. But he doesn't kneel and pray. He gets it from the other rules. So.
It's a really poorly worded rule. It should just say if both armies are eligible to pray, that neither of them can, rather than phrasing it the way they have. It's not the intention of the rule. I'm sure of it. Mark says both of you should have checked with the TO prior. Well, Kendall did wander over, and I was like, and he was like, what do you guys? I was like, oh, I'm just talking about how I can't pray kind of thing. He's like, oh, really? I'm like, yeah, no, look, this is how it works. And he's like, oh, okay. He wandered off. Like, because I'm like telling everyone, guys, I can't pray. I can't pray, guys. I can't pray. Like, for some reason, I'm just like volunteering this information. But having played through that game now, I actually realize how important it is to have the blessing. And I don't know if it's how it should be played, really, especially because Exiles, they have so many, they're quite a powerful army anyway, and then coming up against them in a mirror match, which is quite common, it does feel like a little bit of an unfair disadvantage to not be able to praise the non-exile Bretts in that mirror match.
Oh yeah, 100%. That's why exiles, you sort of think, well, they're even better now. I wonder. It'd be interesting. I have to have a look at, because I don't play a lot of Bretts. I don't know much about them. Interesting to see how like Western Sydney Gamers, they've got a pretty thorough FAQ how they've ruled that. Because I still think it's a little bit debatable, but I don't know.
Yeah, because it just says an army of the
kingdom. You guys actually played it. Rules is written. I like reading both of them because I've got them both open. I think you don't get them, and then by rules is written, he can get them because he's not praying, so therefore he can get it. Like. Which is dodgy. Like it's not. Yeah,
it's dodgy as like it's surely not the intention of the rule and just how the exiles are built. Like it just felt so unthematic and weird to me that it was like it just doesn't make sense, and it just didn't feel right playing like that. As much as that's how it's been phrased, I don't know.
I know. Like, and Angela's Darks keeps saying about like the italics, but I just don't think the italics read that way. It says, note also that should two kingdoms of Bretonnia armies face one another, neither may kneel and pray for the blessings. Well,
that's the assumption that they're both able to play.
So he's not kneeling, and then the lady will not give her blessings to those that wage I can't read that word. Internecine wars, and no knight would presume to ask. But he's not kneeling, and then he just gets it, doesn't he, by that other rule? So, I don't know.
So saying keep reading, is that it?
He just said keep reading.
Yeah, that last line, I think.
Oh, okay.
Listening of the lady special rules that prayed at the start of the game. Oh, they're saying read the other one, keep reading.
So with the exiles, so she's saying they gained the blessing as if they had prayed.
Paragraph, hang on.
Yeah, maybe check the Arcane Journal part of it, of how the exile mechanic works.
Maybe that's what we're talking about. It says, if I can fucking find it, because I just scrolled off it. However, so the last thing, is there more? No? A Bretonnian army cannot pray, blah, blah, blah. However, should a unit with the Blessing of the Lady special rule make an overrun move or make contact with a fleeing enemy unit during a charge or pursuit move, that unit will merely gain the benefits of the Blessing of the Lady special rule as if it had prayed at the start of the game. Additionally, should a character with the Blessing immediately gain the benefit, however, should the benefit... Yeah, okay. Well, it depends how you read that part, I guess. As if they had
that is open to interpretation.
Game, but they didn't kneel, so I don't know. Yeah.
Mm.
Don't know. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, maybe neither army should get it in that case, but it still feels like a much more significant disadvantage to the non-exile.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if anything, it should be the other way. Like you said, like you should get it, he shouldn't. But yeah, interesting.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it was quite an interesting game otherwise. And yeah, the hatred and frenzy spell, especially if he gets it off on like a Peg Knight unit where suddenly everything's hatred and frenzy.
Yeah,
just nuts.
I know you're about to start this one, but I'm pedantic on this. Can you just scroll back to that peg charge again quickly?
Which one?
The peg on peg action.
Peg on peg action. The pegging.
Peg.
Which
that
part
one.
of the charge?
No, that one.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess you could argue that he's got 50% of his.
You probably could.
Yeah, I think he does because that back one can probably draw line of sight, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
And there is a gap. There's a gap between his two closest to you, so that other one can see through it. Yeah, okay, so that's a legit charge. But I think it's one of these things that you really got to be like I think you got to really police it, because I could see, and Trav would not be the type of player to do it wrong. It's just that people don't think about that 50% rule.
50% line of sight. It's such an important rule. I found it. Yeah, it did come up a couple of times over the weekend, and yeah, it's actually it does
so
inhibit the knights, the peg knights.
Yeah. Just jumping around, but it's like
yeah.
No, I think he's legit. Yeah, he can easily get.
I think in our game. Yeah, I'll hit it later. Yeah.
Keep going. Sorry. We are well getting into our 3 hours, so we fine.
Yeah, 2 more games. This is the second last. So this one, guys. So this is against ASB. First time actually playing him. And
do you reckon we can beat him one day? Or not?
Monday.
Or did you beat him?
Spoil.
I just.
Well, no, because this game has been like I've been dwelling on this game for ever since. It's been vexing me ever since. They just made the wrong decision at the wrong time, I feel. So we'll go through it. So he actually this is the diagonal deployment with the reserve thing, where if you roll a 1, you just get a point against the side of the board. And his army was his classic sort of outriders with the flying halberds, and he's got a war wagon, some demis, a guy and a griffin. But yeah, it's the outriders are probably the scariest one. There's also
his halberdiers are on roll a 1, did they?
They rolled a 1. Yep. So they're on.
Does that mean the detachment is also that as well?
Yep.
Is that why
the detachment? Yeah, that's what we played. Yeah, the detachment is also at the back. And then something else rolled a 1 as well. I can't remember. Maybe the Empire archers there. Yeah. So yeah, he went first. He actually didn't do very much in his first turn. He pushed the steam tank up a little bit and did some shots. I don't think he really did any wounds. And then. I'm so annoyed. So I had a couple So I had a couple of choices with my first turn about where to move. So probably the thing is, so I felt like I was in a really good position in a way. He's put his outriders up against that difficult terrain. We played it as cover. I think he's obviously been quite cautious with them, because I've got 2 big units of bowmen sort of sitting there, one up on the hill, one in the middle. He's deployed his demi-griffs with the griffin and the war wagon all together right out on his flank, and I've got the ground knights and one unit of realm that I end up putting the frenzy BSB in the realm unit as well, and the pegs right there too. And then on the other flank here, he's got the knights in the steam tank on the other side of the outriders, and I've just got a small unit of errant and the other unit of realm knights with no characters in it. And really, the decision I had to make was, how aggressive I should be. And for some reason, guys, I pushed the Grails and the Frenzied unit up in charge range of the Demis and the War Wagon, but like not aggressive charge. So
yeah.
it was actually just inside my charge range, but outside of his
Yeah,
charge
okay.
range.
Oh, okay. Outside of his charge range. Okay.
Yeah, so not that aggressively, right?
Oh,
and so
well,
what he
then
does in
I'm
his
sorry, I
turn,
didn't realize he was here. Is that Andy or I mean, no, I can't remember their names. But yes, thanks for watching. I love watching your videos. So thanks. He's got a drop. Do you guys watch Wargaming for fun?
A couple of times, yeah.
Do you remember them from 8th Ed? Yeah. One day I have to get over and play them. Anyway, keep going. Sorry.
what he does in his turn is actually moves back 2.5 inches, like right up against the board edge.
Yeah.
So he's now back outside of my charge range. And then he's starting to get his chaff up a bit now too.
Yeah.
So there was that moment where I could have just pushed things up. Because now in my turn, what happens is, so I've got all these, so you can see all these dice everywhere, right? So he's pushed the steam tank up further. So I thought, I'll just charge the thing in the side because I don't want it getting in the way of the main combats that are happening over the other side of the board. So I charged the realm into that, and they just sort of sit there for the rest of the game, which is fine. That's all. I was happy with that. Then the frenzied Knights Knights Realm, which are on that far flank, they're actually now in charge range of that little dart of dudes, and because they're frenzied, I have to charge them.
Yeah.
So I'm like, like I've already lost control at that point, I'm like, damn it. But the pegs that I have put out on the flank, they're actually just in charge range of the Demis. And they got a flank on them, so that's actually like, okay, that's not too bad. Like I can do that because I had a choice actually.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a flank. I had a choice actually. So where the pegs were originally, I actually had to do an impetuous test to not charge the Empire archers. I was tempted to charge them anyway, force them flee off the board, and then maybe flee a charge from the Demis or counter charge or something, depending on where they were. That may have been the play, really. He was actually trying to force me to charge with an impetuous test, but I might have actually been better off charging. But yeah, they do have a flank there, so they actually do a flank, and they actually make that charge. Now. Here we go, guys. So this is something where
it's like quite a small flank, isn't it?
I was going to say, is that because it's flank because the way you positioned them as well? You had more guys on the right. It just doesn't look like a flank, eh? But I mean, it's a bad shot. Like
it's not about whether it's a flank. Like there was definitely a flank. There was no question about a flank. So this is a minor disagreement that I had with ASB that I was sort of surprised about this. So, and it actually doesn't really affect the game. And I was just like, what's the big deal? So he felt this wasn't corner to corner in base contact. Now that movement tray obviously is just a movement tray and the base is just there. So it was right up against the corner edge.
Oh, I don't know what he's saying, but I'd always say you have to line up and maximize, which means then you're off the board and you die.
Like me? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay.
There's no rule that says, do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like you have to maximize across the board. Like, if that was a give ground, you would die.
Yeah. It wasn't a give ground, though.
No, I know, but you know what I mean? Like, if you were latched in combat and moved back. And so I feel like I don't know, I might be wrong, but I feel like you would have to put 3 guys along that demigrid base.
And then end up off the board.
Which means you're off the board.
Okay, yeah, because what we're doing,
I don't know, Andrew. What would you do?
Counting the movement tray?
Yeah, I wouldn't. I'd say, you just line it up off on the board as far as
I wouldn't have thought you'd. If you're doing something voluntary like charging, I don't see how you would end up off the board as such.
I don't know. Yeah, I've never seen that case. I don't know.
But
yeah, I mean, Angela Stark said you can't move off the board unless it's a flea.
Yeah. But
so
so
what was the debatable bit?
So the debate was about whether or not the middle peg was in base to base, corner to corner contact, because obviously that tray is not part of his unit, and so we moved after this photo, I actually moved the peg onto the tray a little bit further back, and for me that was actually if you look at the distance between the edge of his tray and the distance between the peg and the next unit, I actually felt it was actually quite corner. And he didn't seem to think so, and I was like, really? So we just four up in the end. But it was such a minor call, and it was so
bases. Yeah, so it's hard to say.
Yeah,
I was like, yeah, I don't know. Because Mark says that he's got because Mark, what it is not the movement tray. Like he's actually the thing is it's about where he's on the edge of the board there. So when they move up to be over the tray, obviously the edge of the board goes further
well,
up.
that's a better picture. I can see what you're saying there. Like if you actually go off his movement, like exclude his movement tray, that picture looks like you should be able to get that middle one in.
Yeah, I think quite easily. Yeah. What I mean by there's not a 3 or 4 gap because you've got to get rid of the movement tray gap on the other.
It almost feels like you don't move anything, but you just measure your 50 mil by. Is it 50? What are you? 40 by 60?
Oh yeah, 40 by 60. Yeah. Anyway, just bizarre.
Well, I think that's what Sol was saying as well.
It also says in the rules that if it's slightly millimeters, you nudge. So I feel like if it's millimeters, you nudge to get it in.
Yeah.
You don't nudge to get it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's all right. Anyway, it was really simple. I was like, can be more flexible about it, really. Like I was like, man, if I was your opponent, I'd just given you that. Like it was like no big deal. But yeah, anyway, so he goes into the flank. I think they end up. I don't think
that's a good point.
I think they gave ground.
So can you just go back? Isn't this true too? Go back,
yeah, that's what I was going to bring up.
Wouldn't go back to that other picture because my point was wrong. That you probably. I thought instinct that you'd go off the board, but your second guy there on the left should be behind the other guy.
Yeah, if he's not. Oh, true. Like if he's not in base-to-base contact. Then
but this is the bit I don't get to. There's no rule. There's no valid rank that has 1, 2. I mean, skirmishes are fucked. That has a guy behind your middle one. Like I feel like he should be in the middle of the other one, which means he's off the board.
I would have thought it'd be a disordered charge, and you would be in the corner.
I think you're right. Yeah,
so you're not going to be off the board.
You would position it rank 2 by 1, and then move it in a way that worst case you don't get an initiative bonus.
Yeah. Oh yeah, right. That's Angela.
Andrew knows the rules better than everyone. That's exactly right. And then he would either close the door or not. Yep. That's the rule. We've worked it out. A week and a bit later.
Right.
Cool.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's fine. That's fine. They don't do much damage. I think they managed to force the demis to give ground. Maybe I can't even remember if they did that. They can't give ground because the war wagon's right there anyway. The frenzy guys take out that little dart. They're just sitting there. I should have overrun with them. Didn't I overrun? I can't remember. They would have been frenzied. They look like they. Maybe I did on 2 dice. Yeah. So. Yeah, the Griffin guy actually goes in, counter charges on his turn into the pegs. I think he actually takes them off. So they actually, I think they fly off the board. He moves the. This is what I'm suffering. So he moves the war wagon up, and now I've got a couple of things. So I've still got the frenzy on that unit, and his outriders have been sitting there the whole game, so they haven't really moved. I've had them pinned there, and I've been really reluctant to move anything into 24 inches. So this unit as well has sort of been sitting outside their range for most of the game because I knew as soon as you move something within 24, they're just going to get shot at. So I end up eventually I do move them right up. They do take some wounds, and then because I've got this frenzy unit on one side, they're in charge range of the outriders. I decide to charge them and the Knights Errant on the other side, both into that unit. He stands and shoots at the Errant. Oh no, he stands and shoots at the realm, the frenzied realm. And then the frenzied realm actually failed their charge. So I think I needed like an 18 or something. I can't remember, 18 or even it was a long charge. And then the Errant actually make it in. just by themselves. Though I think they. Oh, I can't remember if they even won the first round of combat. Just by themselves. I just needed to get the frenzy unit in, and then back on the other flank.
Even that, like, see, this is a question on skirmishes again. Like, should some of his outriders be dead there because they can't rank up?
I think they can rank up. They're only charged in one direction, right? What do you mean by can't rank
Well,
up?
they look like they're sideways. Some of the dudes.
Yeah, it's so messy that.
Fucking dumb. I'm not criticizing ASB. I'm just
not at all. Not at all. So that piece of terrain we're playing is difficult terrain, not impossible. So the only reason they're sideways is
so they can. Okay,
terrain.
so they're actually in it. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah,
totally.
Yeah.
Although rereading the lance formation rules, apparently he was supposed to just swamp them around the lance formation. Now that I've read that the other day, it's like
because they're all in base to base, aren't they? So they're all just one big line.
So it becomes like
they go around, like it says you just move them into base contact. Like
it's like what we were just saying before. When
before
that's awful. That's just going to look awful.
That is a terrible rule. That's what you do.
But yeah, I think the Duke charges the war wagon. And then makes pretty quick work of that, just with the Ogre Blade and all that going off. And then I think the Grails also maybe have charged it as well, but they end up overrunning into the demis. And then the other units are errant sort of coming on the side as well. And I think we're getting running out of time really. So I think we're in turn 4, and it's just like we've only got a few minutes to go. We're trying to get through one more turn. We sort of get through it. We end up going like 3 or 4 minutes over, really. And then the last roll of the dice really was this demis. I think the Duke killed quite a few of them. He just took a break check. He rolled double ones, and the unit hanging around. I was like,
wow.
God damn it.
Because what was the result of this game?
So he did end up taking out my archers at the back there because his flying halberds at some point got their spell off, and they
noticed they're up
jumping
there.
off the board. And then my archers charged them because I was like, might as well, whatever. The steam tank does end up. So that final turn, the 4th turn, sort of it all went like I lost a lot in that last turn. So the steam tank takes off that realm that's been sitting on it the whole game. The Outriders take out those errant knights that charged him as well. And then I think I lost another. Well, the pegs are off the board as well, but that happened a turn before.
It looks like your other bowman is running.
Yeah, the other bowman, because his knights, the drilled knights, because what happened was I moved these guys up, because they've been cagey all game, just saying each other's charge range. Okay, get back to it. And then we just drilled marches past. I was like, I did not picture that. I did not see that coming. I was actually worried he was going to charge the realm that were in the steam tank. That's why I moved the errands up. But he just drilled marches past, and then they charged one of the blocks of archers and get them fleeing. And he sort of gets some points for that kind of thing. So good play. In the back. So as much as I killed some of his stuff, he definitely killed significantly more of mine at the end of the game. So I think it was a 7-12 to ASB.
Okay.
Wow. But yeah, so I don't know. It was a good game. But yeah, it was one of those moments where, as I said, I think if I'd been a bit more aggressive in the right spots to start with, I might have been able to get some more damage in and actually take over a bit. The thing is, like, the one thing I was probably most wary of was his Outrider unit, and it was interesting that it was pretty much stuck. It didn't move from that terrain the whole game because he needed the cover from my archers. So it actually meant, it sort of limited his mobility a bit in terms of where he could go. And it just meant I just had to stay out of that 24-inch bubble. And a lot of the juicier stuff, a lot of the juicier targets for me were outside that bubble. It was that trio of units. Like if I could take those off and not take much damage back, I
think too, like, I don't know, like, are you over, like, you've got the ward as well? Oh no, they're strength 4, aren't they? Yeah, so you only get a 6 up ward. Is that right?
Yeah, 6 up ward only.
Yeah, that's all right. I was thinking you had a 5 up ward because I was thinking maybe they're not going to do as much damage as you think. But yeah.
Because how much do they do on the standard shoot? Because I had a full unit of 8 knights that bus, and then even the standard shoot killed 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's mostly going for 6s, but still, even if he hits you, he's minus.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever it is. I can't remember.
That's not even with the grenade launcher thing that you can't.
Yeah, well, that's the other one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, anyway.
And then final game. Final game.
That looks like a familiar army on the other side of the board.
Yeah.
Who's
What's
that?
going on there?
Who's that beautiful army?
What's that? Lovely looking army. Oh, who painted that one?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, Kieran.
Last game. I can't believe, yeah, so we got drawn up against each other, didn't we? For the final game of Castle, which is great.
Yeah.
What was this one? I think this was regular deployment. I think this was pretty pitch battle.
Yeah, pitch battle and challenges.
Oh, yeah. I had to
that's
go
right.
for the
Yeah.
challenges.
How
wasn't it?
many challenges if you kill the general and challenge? Yeah, stuff like that.
See, there was really just trying to deploy against you because he had so much chaff that pretty much I had to put most of my army down before you had to make any dedicated deployments, which was really irritating. Yeah, I think I just had I think probably the thing I didn't play well was my grounds. Although I think in retrospect, it's probably because you just deployed around them, really. Like that's the one that ended up so far out of the combat. Because I had the Peg Knights opposite your sisters, then I had the Grails inside there, then I had a small unit of Errant, and then the other realm centrally, and then another Errant, another realm out on the flank.
3 chariots, 3 chaff, archer blocks, and an eagle. So that's what 7 drops before I even need to start with anything else.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's so ridiculous.
Mm.
So what do we do? So this flank was probably the key flank, right? Because you put your thanks, Shay. You put your dragon and your dragon princes directly across from this unit of realm. And I was like, yep, I see this challenge. And I plonk all my characters. I put the Duke and the BSB in that realm. Like that's the thing. Like, is they're sitting there. Like I deploy those guys sort of outside the unit. Like you can see the BSBs there, and I was able to just redeploy him and push him across to here. And I just pushed him up. I was like, yep, right. You either want to if you charge him, I'm going to counter charge. Something's going to happen. And then I got my photo of you deciding what to do.
I took one very similar of Josh. we had photos of each other just contemplating.
Contemplating what to do. Yeah, dear. And after much discussion, you do go in, which I love.
Yeah,
which I love.
It's Andrew, man. Andrew's always be charging. So
yeah, and I think this is a real discussion about because you really want to do a challenge, right?
Yeah.
General on general, and you were like, if I challenge you with this dragon and you just accept with a champion, I'll be really unhappy with you.
Gentleman's agreement.
The mind games.
That's it.
Mind games. I was never gonna do it. No, I was never gonna trick you like that. As much as Mark, don't look into his eyes, Andrew. That's unfair, Mark. So it happened. It happened. So where is it? There we go. So you challenged with the dragon. I accepted.
This is Warhammer. None of the other bullshit. Yeah.
The Duke is going up against a dragon. He's not really had this opportunity to hit a dragon before.
There's only 2 in the event, I think.
Yeah. Well, no, just in general. Like I haven't really played against many dragons.
And it was semi-kitted up, like about as kitted up as you could get in this event for 500 points.
Within the comp of
within
comp.
Yeah.
No Ogre Blade.
No Ogre Blade, no. Not that kitted up. I think it did have a charm shield. No, I had to get rid of my charm shield.
No, you had to you got rid of it. So you get the what's that other item?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, no,
So
that
the
was the
Seagull,
other.
I had to get rid of it.
No,
so I
sorry,
could
the
get the
Seagull. Yeah,
weapon
that's right. Yeah,
on the dragon. Yeah, yeah. Because I stuffed up the transcription. But no, it's the big boy, and I've got the Calidor honor, so I get that weapon skill 5, impetuous, angry elf. So
Nice. Because because you must have struck first, I think, with the elf. Oh, no, we got the wound counters there.
Oh,
So you got 1 wound off on
fucking
the
OP,
Duke
Oakblade.
with the dragon and everything. I mean, he's just got a 3 up and then the blessing. And then he's got Seren's Locket, which neutralizes multiple wounds, but that's sort of it.
yeah,
Then he got 6 wounds on the dragon.
my dice betrayed me in this combat.
Oh my goodness.
That's what I'd comp out of the game day 1.
Yeah,
Oakblade's gone. Doesn't exist.
We got play Scott. It's not just the Yoga Blade, it's a combination of the Yoga Blade.
Yeah, it is.
The,
I know, yeah.
and the extra
Rerolling
attacks and
everything.
everything.
The extra attacks.
Strength 7. And I had friends on this cigar too. So he's actually on
How many
6
points is he, sorry, Josh?
He was
How
6
many
attacks
points is the
plus
Josh?
D3. I think I rolled like 1 on the D3 though. He's 363 points.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
So he's really killy. I mean, he's not he's
He's killy, but if he died, it's also not
Really?
the end of the game. Do you know what I mean? Like 360 points. You're like, okay, I can.
yeah.
It's
Very
not like a
colourful.
dragon where you lose 5,
Yeah,
like nearly
His
600 points.
list does rely on him a bit.
Oh,
I feel
yeah.
like
Well, I think there's
It's-
I've made a
it's-
few
yeah,
comments already.
yeah.
If your guy didn't go in there, would you have won? Probably not. But yeah.
Yeah, like 'cause that's like it doesn't have much. Like the knights don't give that much punch, really.
Yeah.
They're delivering
Combat
the
res
characters.
delivery systems. Yeah, yeah.
The frenzy helps, and the ground knights are fine, but all the other units are sort of just
Mm.
Yeah.
They need the character punch.
I was going to say, well, you just get out of his way and just avoid him, but hang on, you can't because he's 360 line of sight. Charge. On his finest warhorse, re-rolling 1s. He's as maneuverable as a peg, unless you've got something in the way.
Yep.
When you do the maths, he's probably just as effective as the fly. 9
He-
versus 8 or whatever it is. I don't know.
The fly is helpful, but again, it's the fly means you can't be in the unit. That's
Yeah,
all, you know.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's- yeah. But it is just as effective, and it's really fast. It's really easy to redeploy him, and but yeah. So what I got 6 wounds, and then I think this is the one.
What did the
Did
Dragon
you
Princess
kill
do?
what did the Dragon Princess do? Did they kill my BSB?
I pretty much threw everything into the BSB, and that's when he died by the horse at the end.
Oh, that's right. It was the last horse attack at the very end.
Because I'm like, because they're all in base to base, and I'm like, how many attacks do I need to kill this BSB? And I'm just like, I'll just throw 1 in more just to be, out of all the attacks. And then I'll just just missing or he's getting wards, and then it's just there was.
I was going to say
4 or
that
5
Angela's
horses
Dark Side
going
very
into it.
Warhammer.
Yeah,
I was about to say there's universal truths like force equals mass times acceleration equals MC squared, and a strength 3 horse will kill a fucking dragon. It's like it's just what the hell? Yeah.
Classic.
Anyway.
Yeah, so ridiculous. And I think that's where I'm starting to learn that the BSB is a bit vulnerable to those situations. The second time he's died in combat before the realm of strike, because it happened in Trav's game too, that you got taken out. But yeah, I think even with that happening, the 6 wins on the dragon, and then I still won the combat reasonably handsomely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's all down to wounds, isn't it? Because you guys are just all by yourself. Oh, is this you guys are just by yourself, aren't you? Because you're not in the unit.
No.
We're in challenges.
We're both in the unit, but
I moved it out.
Right.
For,
sorry.
for the
Okay,
visual-
you were in the
visual
unit. Okay, sorry.
representation.
but he's back in the unit here.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
that's then. Yeah.
Because I think so you roll through break checks, and I think you fall back in good order. I think you got a 9 or a 10 or something, and are okay. Oh. So yeah, I think we'll see where this come back, because I followed up and just put they're still in that unit, so they can just all follow up into the dragon. I managed to get. Oh, what happened then? So I feel like I might have got a couple more wounds off.
Yeah.
I think I got.
Oh, did you not follow up with your bloody dude?
Huh? Yeah.
Did you not follow up with your general?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, it's in that unit.
He's in the unit.
Oh, he's gone back in the unit. Okay. Right, yeah.
Yeah. I think, yeah.
You got 2 more wounds off.
I got two. I can't. Was it just one ogre blade? Because it was. Yeah, I didn't have hatred anymore, and I didn't have frenzy anymore. So I think I got just 1 wound through, and I rolled the 3 or 4 or something. So I got 2 more wounds. So you have 1 wound left. I'm like, damn it. And he just straight up killed me. I think after that.
Yes.
I think he actually nailed the Duke after that.
Finally.
The Duke is dead. Damn it.
Yeah.
He has 1 wound left. Oh, I was so annoyed.
Yeah, I know. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, you kill this dragon, man. I'm going to be crying.
Wow. Okay.
And I don't think I managed to actually like trap him again after that. Like you just moved him back. He's like it's like damn, this last wound. I'll go through.
Did you just fly up? Did you just like save him? Did you, Andrew?
No. He
was still
fled.
there.
I think I lost the combat. So I didn't kill your guy, but I still lost the combat. Because I rolled. I think I rolled.
Oh, you did.
Yeah, either Fabigoed or I think I did Fabigo, and I had to bounce through all that crap.
You bounced you bounced over the archers.
That's why you're out the back there. Okay.
And then I couldn't follow up again because the archers were in the way.
Yeah.
But like, what did you do then, Andrew? Did you just save the dragon?
No, you actually pushed it back up again. Yeah, you pushed it. There. Yeah, you actually pushed it back up again.
Yeah.
And
he's usually going first, so like it, he's only got 1 wound left, but it usually goes.
Yeah, I didn't actually charge it again because I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna get this last wound. Like, it's just not. Yeah, you can challenge or unless he's tough 6. It's just these guys are only strength 3 with lances. Like, it's just yeah. Because on the other side of the board, so we had this thing where the Peg Knights are flowing up. She kept getting shot at. Ended up charging. I think I had one peg left at the point. After shoot. So then you had to form up into a ridiculous marching column. Marching column, but 3 wide and
half an inch left on the board or some shit. Yeah.
I think I killed the champion challenge. I killed the guy. So then you take on 1 at the back and they fall back. But fortunately, because that guy at the back had been killed,
they didn't go off the board.
Yeah. That's right.
I think the following turn on, you fled off. I think, or I pushed you off. I can't quite remember. The Grails, really, used the Grails really poorly in this game. They really didn't get very far because by the time they were here, heading over to get to the Sea Guard, I think you then just chaffed them with the Eagle. So I think really the final bit of the game was, and we're running out of time at this point. The realm bus that had been charging the dragon actually decided to go to the flank of the Sea Guard, and then the other units of Errant on the other side going to the flank of the Sea Guard. And I don't think I have a photo of that. No. So I think you fell back in good order, and then that was the end of the game.
So what was the result?
Bloody close.
It was really close. I think it was so. The score was 11-10.
Before or the result, the end result was 11-10. Yeah.
The final result. It was 11-10.
Wow.
Yeah. And Andrew pulled the victory out of the bag. Oh my god, that was insane.
Yeah. God, imagine if that
number 1 Bretonian player in Australia.
Yeah. Bragging rights over the other old world fanatics. Yeah, cool. That hill, I made that hill about 10 years ago for the Legions Club.
Beautiful hill. Beautiful hill.
Funny when you look around and you go, I made that. What the fuck?
Yeah, I remember that. There's so many relics there. It's so good.
Yeah. Wow. What a game.
Yeah, it was really fun. It was an awesome game.
Yeah, that's good
Yeah,
when you end
no,
on a good note like that. And a good one and to start with, yeah. Oh,
But
what a
my
long
goodness,
night.
That was a long night.
That was good
I love how
though.
we got
That
through that.
was it's actually good not to have so many games to go through because it's actually kind of fun.
Yeah.
To try and rush ours a bit. Obviously, we're probably not going to cover all the other stuff we had today, so that's all good. Because we're pretty late.
Oh, not Matt. Did he not say? Yeah. Sorry, Gomo came.
Yeah.
The top out of us.
Yeah, I came like 12th or something. I think. It was quite amazing.
We're all like had 1 or 2 points between us.
Yeah.
3, you won.
Yeah. So I came 12th, Andrew came 15th, and Josh came 16th. And that was all within 1 point. I had 51 points. You two had 50.
Insane.
It was nuts.
Very close.
That band.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah. No, I was quite happy first time Beastman. I think I'm on 7 games or 8 games of Beastman. So I was quite happy to do that well. So, yeah. I'm not gonna do hobby because we're gonna wrap it up. But I am gonna ask you one question.
Okay.
Because people might ask me. People might answer because I'm confused as what the fuck I've done. So my hobby has been trying to get I bought a snow mat, which me and Andrew are going to play with hopefully on Thursday if I can finish what I'm doing here. But I've only got 2 like snow ponds, which were already done, like those. What are they called? Battlefield in a box, where they're already done. So I needed a couple of hills and some forests with snow and stuff. So I've done like 2 forests with these dead trees, and like I just grabbed one of these buildings I've got because I thought he'll be quick. I'll just airbrush him, put some snow on top.
Yeah,
I cut out a few hills. Oh, fuck, I've lost the actual window. Fucking hell, where's it going? Where has the actual hobby window gone? Oh, there it is. Okay. So I'm too many screens. So I just quickly made 3 different hills, threw some shit on them, and then started to put down. And I've got 2 different AK snow stuff plus the woodlands scenery stuff, and I was just going to mix it, like keep just layering it up for the snow.
Oh yeah.
Right. So that's all cool. Yep. I did it on the hill, and now I've got yellow snow. I don't know what I've fucking done to get yellow snow, which usually we on.
What have you done?
Yeah, what have you been doing?
Oh, Basil's come in.
And then I went, I'll just maybe. And so my hypothesis initially was I didn't get a picture of this, but I've painted the hills with a bit of brown and a little bit of green and a bit of stuff before I put the snow on. And I went, it's just the greens leak through. But I didn't put green down on the edge here and it's gone yellow. I'm like, what the fuck? And I put another layer on and other bits went yellow, but other bits didn't. And I'm fucked.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, do I keep? I don't know. I don't know what I've done. And other people have said it can be something that leaks out. If you have got other paint underneath and you put a bit too much water in the PVA, it can leak through depending on that. So I don't know. And then someone did complain about one of the AK ones does this, but the woodland, the woodland flaky stuff I'm using doesn't do it. I'm like, and then other person just said, put fucking white airbrush over the top once you're done. So I don't know.
We're using PVA?
Yeah, it's a mix of PVA and water. That's the other thing. Should I try? I do have Mod Podge somewhere, but I can't find it.
Just use the Mod Podge. No, the PVA, I think PVA can dry yellow like that.
But why wouldn't the rest of it? Why is it only patchy?
Yeah, it is a bit.
That's a good question.
It's so weird.
I know. You should go for
not Matt said only one way to make yellow snow. That's what exactly, but I don't know.
I reckon you should go the Mod Podge. But I don't know whether you need to seal it. Maybe you should try like a varnish or something so that if you're getting some kind of leakage.
Solar One said the cheaper the PVA, the better. I don't know. So annoying. So I'm gonna I bought Mod Podge. I can't find it. I've got a theory of where it is, but I have to try and find it. It might be out.
Yeah, I never use PVA for that reason because of the yellowing effect it can have.
Right. Anyway, I'll give it a go.
Mm.
Very weird. But anyway, worst case, me and Andrew will be playing on yellow snowboard on Thursday because I don't know what's happening.
It's all right. I'll just say that the elves on top of the hill are nervous.
Yeah, that's right. Fuck it. No, man. If it keeps it up, I'm just airbrushing it again over the top with some white spray.
Yeah.
It's so weird. I had it all. I was like, yeah, cool, I'll do this. And then suddenly today I'm like, why is it going yellow? And then I put another bit on it that still kept going yellow in different areas. I'm like, I give up. Yeah, anyway.
That's cool. Yeah.
If it's not the whole thing, you can cover it or something, or just repaint it.
I'll sort it out, but I'll patch it later. Worst case, it's cool. But yeah.
Might have to try doing a batch separately, just not on the hill, and just try to.
Well, I'm going to do the forest, and that does not have any of that.
causing.
Exactly, just scientifically take out the
Okay.
variables, 100%. So
Process
my
of the-
theory, to be honest, is it's not the PVA, and it is actually the AK, one of the snow ones, and it could be a bit old. And I've started to put it on.
Ooh.
It's patched around because I did do some along the edges. I can't remember which edge. Because the whole thing's PVA'd and it hasn't done it. So that's why I'm like,
Yeah.
not much. Just said get Gomo some adult diapers. Maybe.
Yeah.
But anyway, case of yellow snow. I'll get to the bottom of it. But good way to end the show.
That's it.
Cool.
Mysterious case of the
Yeah, this mysterious case. Hey, and if you have made it this far, FYI, we are not live streaming next Monday. We are live streaming Sunday Australian time.
Great. Perfect. Let's definitely
We'll put it on
hide
the
this
Patreon
important thing
right at the end
of an almost 3-hour episode.
Yeah, because I'm not here Monday. Well, I am, but I'm going to be trying to get to sleep. So we're going to do a Sunday broadcast, so that way I don't miss 3. Otherwise, I'll miss 3 in a row. Because I'm away for 2 weeks, so I am going to try to get one in Sunday night, and then these two fine gentlemen will be running the show, which they're totally capable of.
And hopefully we'll have a bat rep in this.
Oh, yeah. Well, we'll have a bat rep, and there'll be stuff.
Because
So
I think
people can get their Gomu fix.
Is there going to be 1 week where I'm going to be in Malaysia and you're going to be gone? Because you say you're going for 3 weeks. Because the 15th of September.
I'm back on the 15th in the morning, and I'm going to podcast that night. So as long as Andrew's fine with me being, I'm fucking jet lagged. That's cool.
Yeah, cool.
I figure I'll be jet lagged. I'll probably be up at 9 o'clock at night, walking around going, fucking it's morning, So I'll be fine. Yeah.
It'll be fine.
Otherwise, I'll be comatose, and Andrew's going to be like, come on.
You'll be fine that day. Just give it a day or two, and you'd be
Yeah. Okay, let's wrap this one up. Thanks for lasting. What is it? 2 hours 52 minutes or whatever it is. I really appreciate it.
Longest we've done in
like, subscribe, comments.
Actually, years.
Tell me how to deal with my yellow snow. Yeah. And don't forget, bookmark it. Move your calendar reminder that we're actually seeing you guys on Sunday and not Monday Australian time this week. Yeah. Big appreciate for all our patrons. Jump over there, patreon.com/oldworldfanatics. And as I said, we'll get some old videos out. We've got a bat rep coming out this week. And big thank you to everyone, and we'll see you on the next show. Cheers, guys. Bye.
Yep.